did this coffee shop
Yeah.
up until last week. This is an interesting thing we can talk about on the thing. I got fired from both my jobs the same day.
Okay, stop.
Welcome, guys, to the You Are Here podcast.
That's how we start.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Castbox, YouTube with the video. Can you give me a second? I'm introing the podcast, bro. Oh, wait, I didn't record.
Oh, thank God, bro. I was like, how much did we talk about on here?
Just kidding. We got now we got the video on. I had everything else.
Oh,
I'll make
okay.
sure to put it in. Don't worry.
Black.
All right, guys, you can find the podcast Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Castbox, Earworm, www.youareherepodcast.co. We could not afford the M. This is episode 15. My name is Mike.
My name is Dave, and today we have a very special guest. I'm going to look at you while I talk about you.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to look in the eyes.
Uh-oh.
A friend, a true, pretty incredible filmmaker. It's kind of nuts that he's so early on in his career, but he's a really good filmmaker, great actor, and just awesome person to really have a deep conversation with. Jason Millner is on the podcast. Let's give it up for Jason.
Welcome.
Thanks. That made me oddly emotional.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
God.
like that we already starting off.
We
Yeah,
get
we're
very
here
emotional
now.
here, not going to lie.
Okay, good.
emotional.
Mainly Dave,
I couldn't
mainly
hold
Dave.
the eye contact.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna be the first one to weep on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dave's done it like 10 times already.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks,
fine.
Michael. Mike hasn't done it yet, but he will.
One day.
It's a matter of time.
You're here, man.
Man.
Episode
Yeah,
15.
you are
Thank you for
here.
doing this with us.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah. We got snacks. Mike went crazy on
yeah.
Mike's never done that before.
No one took him.
I
You can-
appreciate a good crafty.
Yeah,
really
I
do.
feel
we were
you.
talking about
I
that.
feel you.
Mike only puts out like a drink here or there for people. Today, if you can't see it, it's over here. He's got Cheez-Its, he's got cookies in bags, and
I'll put a picture up.
cold brews and water. So
We're
he's really
gonna
happy
have a
to
snack basket from now on. Because
Yeah.
I'm glad you pulled out all the stops.
He's flattered.
I legit am. I'm like, listen, it doesn't take a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I
Yeah.
am susceptible to flattery, and Cliff Bars and Cheez-Its is the best
Yeah,
way.
Dude.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, we got him for you.
Yeah.
You're the first.
Yeah. If this is how the New Jersey seduction begins,
That's how it begins.
you are off to the right. You are on the right foot now. I'm excited about it.
Adam just sent me a message. This reminds me. I have a basketball in
Uh-oh.
my hand. I got to clear some things up.
Oh no.
Now, people heard last week on the podcast.
If you haven't, go listen.
If you haven't, episode 14, it's a great one. No, I don't know. Maybe.
It's trending.
It's your thing. It's trending.
It's trending.
I talked about my friend Adam Louder, L-O-Dub.
Shout out.
Whatever. Shout out. He knows I love him. But I brought this ball and I got really hyped because me and Adam, inside our relationship, which I know you guys don't know, which I forgot, we talk a lot of shit about basketball. And so I brought up,
You and Adam are on this podcast.
we were on this podcast, but
Oh, he was
in
on
our
the pod-
relationship, like off
off of this?
Oh,
This?
wow,
Outside
dude,
of
it's
work?
getting-
we have a real
Wow.
personal relationship.
Oh, okay.
And we talk about basketball. And we talk shit about, we used to do it more, but how we would beat each other in basketball because he's a very good basketball. And now let me make this clear. Adam is a very good basketball player. I am not taking away from your abilities to dribble the ball and to shoot the ball and to offensively score the ball. You're very good. This is what I wanted to say for everyone listening. I was talking trash. Adam knows that I respect his game. He respects my game. And I love him very much. I said that before. And I do think I could beat him. I'm not saying that. But he could beat me too. And that's what I'm going to say. So everyone could stop coming up to me saying I fucked up and we got to figure this out.
You were trashing him, dude.
I was trash talking. That's what we do. But he wasn't here to defend himself. It's not fair. That's how I feel when I talk about Adam Louder. That's what I want to do.
The legendary mouth.
There's just
The legendary
fucking
mouth. That's the
jam it on him.
the second most remembered thing about Michael Jordan is that he talked trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
True.
That's what we do.
you have something in common
You're like
with him.
one step closer to Michael Jordan.
That's why I'm so connected.
Minus
to
the
MJ.
game, you are Michael Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hey, that's one step closer than I am.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll take it. And
So wait, this whole thing was a large preface to then get back to the point of you were not talking shit about his game,
I was knowing shit about his game.
just a friendly
Banter.
rivalry.
Yes, man.
Right, a little Larry Bird, Michael Jordan.
Oh.
Katie Barbary got a little upset with me, his wife,
Listen,
and she said I should watch what I say a little bit, and I get a little, but she knows my relationship with Adam too. So I just want to, bottom line.
Someone's scolding.
Bottom line is this.
So the bottom line is
this.
somebody else scolded you about.
I got scolded. I got in trouble. Adam laughed it off, but listen, I'm not hating on him. He's a fucking great basketball
Call him
player.
right now.
Should I?
Call him right now.
Okay, I'm gonna call him right now. Is that okay? Do you mind?
I mean, this is your show, man. You can call him.
Jason, I'm sorry.
Call him right now.
You're like,
We'll clear
hey
it up
man, I
right
want
now.
you on the podcast, but I'm gonna immediately call someone else.
Just real quick.
I have to
Super
clear
quick.
something up about my
Super quick.
basketball
Super quick.
rivalry.
After this, we're bringing it right back.
Yeah, we're bringing it right back. This has just been an issue on the.
We'll definitely-
I'm telling you, my week has been.
We'll
hell.
definitely cut this out,
Okay,
but you know.
he's not gonna answer the phone now. Yo, Adam,
Put
you're
it on speaker.
listen, you're on. No. listen. Wait, you're on speaker. You're on speaker. Hold on. You're on speaker. You're on the podcast, okay?
What?
You're on the podcast right now.
So talk your shit.
So listen, I cleared the air. I said you've got great game. Jason's here to back me up. I said you got great game. I said it was a little friendly banter. We have a little rivalry, a fun one, and that if we play 10 games, like you'd win 5, I'd win 5, and that's okay.
That's probably true.
See, okay, so we're good now, right? Your wife doesn't hate me. We're okay.
Except for the fact
Oh,
that at some point
Oh,
I
no.
would have to stop playing left hand.
oh.
I might take all 9 of them. Might have to give you one.
Okay,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
Well, listen, I love you. I just wanted to clear the air.
Oh, no. I mean, sorry. That was my roommate. He's crazy. Yeah, man. No, the air is cleared. I appreciate that.
Okay, now we're friends again. I love you.
I love you too.
I'm gonna go finish the podcast now.
Okay, do your thing.
I'm rudely talking to you while Jason's here for his episode, so I love you.
I love you too.
All right, bye. Cleared.
was
Air
Adam
cleared.
Louder.
I feel much better. Jay.
No, it's okay. I'm really used to other people wanting to talk to someone else when I'm around. It's fine.
No, stop it.
All right.
He's got the ball in
Let's
his
bring
hands.
it back. Let's bring it
Bring
back.
it back to my brother right
Let's
here.
bring it back to Jason.
Let's go.
So,
You've got a list, and I see
all right.
it, and
Let
I'm
me-
excited.
Let
and
me
I-
speak, dude.
Go ahead.
Get away from me.
I want to hug you.
All right. How do you guys know
No
each
more
other?
cold brew.
Yeah, dude, you never drink coffee.
Enough.
All right, so you guys met at Playhouse West?
Yeah.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is always fun. This is always fun.
So let's go back.
Oh,
Let's
weird.
start from the beginning.
Dave.
So I did a little research.
Mm.
All right.
No.
There's some facts online about you, right?
Oh no, I don't want to know what they are.
So I heard you were born in Missouri, St. Louis.
Yeah, that's all the internet. That's terrifying.
Dude.
All right.
I don't know
So
if you-
how does a kid from Missouri go to LA, do film, and then come to New York to the Playhouse West and meet this kid right here, and now we're sitting here? That's what I want to know.
How good is this camera right now? Can it see how fucking red I am?
Well,
Dude, I'm
it's not that good actually, but
All right.
so
well,
you look great. It's
it
fine.
still
look
works
good,
for my
dude.
joke, so like whatever.
Yeah, man.
Don't fuck up my joke, but like,
So, yeah.
wow,
Missouri, bro.
that's on the internet.
Yeah,
How did you surmise that, or like,
I talked to some people.
Yeah, dude.
what? There's people to talk to?
Bro.
Oh, you talked to you.
No.
We're legit, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't think I'm.
I
Legit.
haven't spoken to him in a week. We only see each other a week. This is it.
That's still nice. Consistency is good.
Which has got to change, by the way. But we'll get into that. Yeah, Jay.
So. Oh wow.
Jason? Jay?
Whatever. I mean, both. Actually, Jay is a name that only really comes from time. To be honest with you.
I
People-
feel
people-
I started calling you Jay.
Yeah, on a long enough timeline, all people end up calling me Jay.
Okay.
My family
Okay.
does.
Cool.
But most people, it takes like a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A while. It's not something people come to quickly.
Got you.
Or it's something they do right away and they're very, very small. It's the outlier.
Okay.
Like it's Jason for almost everyone. And then I'll meet someone and then like first day they meet, they'll be like, "What's up, Jay?" And I'm like, "Gosh, I feel so cool." Like,
cool.
it's always somebody super awesome.
Yeah.
It's like no one timid's like, "Hey, Jay."
I know. I was like, Jason, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Normally it's somebody super awesome. We're like, "What's up, Jay?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
Super cool.
I'm like, "What's up, man? I'm also a cool guy."
throwing the guns at you.
Finger guns. So Missouri.
Missouri, dude.
Yeah, man. So I was
Always
in-
acting? Always?
Yeah, always acting. So I actually started acting at 1 month old.
Whoa.
1 month.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
Well,
would-
online it said age 5.
Yeah. Well,
Baby checks,
age
dude.
5. Well, babe.
Got it wrong, dude. We got to
Got it
update
wrong.
that.
Because in December 1989,
Oh.
in the 80s,
What?
started working in the 80s.
Stop it.
80s kid.
This
Yeah.
is real?
What?
This is real life. 1989, December 1989, I played the role of Baby Jesus
Stop it,
What?
dude.
in the church.
Church?
play. In the church
Get
play.
out of here. You were baby Jesus.
I was Baby Jesus. Well, it was perfect timing.
Wow.
My birthday's November 6th.
Crushed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You crushed
there
it.
you go.
Scorpio. Shout out Scorpios.
Shout out Scorpios. All Scorpios.
Shout out Scorpios. Yeah.
How
so,
are the reviews on that?
dude, enough to where like if I went back to that church this day, people would still go, Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
Not kidding.
Wow.
Not kidding. My whole life.
That's awesome.
my god.
And apparently I raised my hand at like the right time.
What?
When they were like,
One-
and he
wait.
was a boy. You know, like
1 month old.
1 month old on that stage.
Imagine being 1 month old.
I can't.
No.
It was a tough role.
Acting. Oh, wow.
Imagine though, like the rest of your life because I went to church with my mom pretty much
Yeah.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
Till I was like 18. And no joke, that whole time people would call me Baby Jesus.
Wow.
People knew that. Like that was a thing. It wasn't a very big church.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like
In
that
the
was a
community.
thing. Yeah, like people knew. Like that was like, oh, Baby Jesus.
Wow.
Like that was a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but anyway, started acting then. My sister was in the
Okay, wait.
theater.
What? So
You can't just bypass
1 month old. Like
Wait a
how
second.
did they just threw you in there? They were like, "Oh, you'd be perfect."
They needed a baby. It wasn't like I consented.
Oh,
My mom did it.
You didn't sign up.
Yeah.
So you
I didn't walk in-
Does your mom have any connection to like acting, film, or anything like that?
No, my mom's a musician.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, not like professionally, but
Yeah,
she
yeah.
she sang in the choir and played the organ.
Oh,
and,
okay. So it's kind of connected there.
She was in Oklahoma in high school.
Whoa.
Which-
Which shout out mom.
Shout out, mom. Which no shade, mom, but she does bring up just about any time when someone wants to talk about theater, she will remind you that she was in Oklahoma
Cool.
There you
in high
go.
school.
And her
that's
son was Baby Jesus.
Yeah, and her
Yeah.
son's Baby Jesus. And her sister and my sister, her daughter, my older sister, she was in theater. And so I kind of followed in her footsteps, kind of just was like into it.
Yeah.
You know, it was just one of those things. Like I
Yeah.
grew up watching a lot of movies. It was like the first thing that I would really do. Like that I was like a hyperactive child.
What was one of the first that come to mind?
No, I know exactly what it was.
What was it?
The very first movie I ever saw in theaters was Aladdin.
Oh, me too,
shit,
dude.
Dude.
Me too.
I saw that in theaters, and I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I sat in that seat and watched that movie without moving, and that was like the first time I'd ever not moved,
Right.
like or not talked at all.
And
And
so
so
mother was like, "What?" is
yeah, and they
this
were like,
kid?"
"We're coming here every single day. Buy all the movies, get them in there."
That's so cool.
And so, but I watched a lot,
Yeah.
like, and so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was just something about it, especially like, you know, you grow up and I watched Indiana Jones and I
Mhm.
watched James Bond and
Yeah.
I watched, you know, those were my guys.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like
Oh yeah.
they,
Action.
yeah, action. But like, yeah, I mean, those are the guys those are the movies that I grew up on,
Yeah.
and so I kind of wanted to act or act that out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I was that kid who you couldn't get me out of my Batman PJs, like
There you
for
go.
school.
Right.
I feel
You know what I mean? Like I had to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Like I didn't. Oh, like I didn't like, you know how you have plastic tools and like the little play
Yeah,
tools.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was not cool. I had to have the real hammer and the real screwdriver
Whoa.
because
Awesome.
you don't fake it. You got to do
Yeah.
it for real.
Wow.
Even back
that's
then, you were
crazy.
Even
you
back
were
then,
all real.
just a slave to the truth.
Just no matter what.
No matter what, it's gotta be real.
It's truth. It's
No,
truth above the surface.
but yeah. So my sister was involved, and so then I kind of followed in her footsteps.
Yeah.
And then,
Wow.
fun fact, I got my very first agent in a church play
Wow, man.
that my sister directed.
Dude, I had no idea.
Yeah. So kind of a
Wow.
like a divine calling.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
will say.
Religion has played a part in your career so far.
I wouldn't say religion. I would say. Well, that's we'll wait till we get deeper into
Sure, sure.
to
Okay.
go down that road. But like religion's like a system, and like I don't know if it's the system that really helped me as much.
Got
But
you.
anyway,
Got you. Yeah.
but
yeah,
like
yeah. The place where religion is.
well, I'd say
Let's say if it wasn't there, maybe it wouldn't have happened.
right. Well,
Right.
let's definitely say that there seems to have been a very strong force outside of myself
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
that has had a hand in pushing me towards it.
For
sure.
Even when I've tried to go away,
Wow.
specifically.
I think that's such a real thing that is unquantifiable, and like we could say it's whatever.
Yeah. You want to call it whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but I think I felt that.
I don't think he just lives in Christian church. How about that?
Totally, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Yeah.
I don't think he's waiting on Sunday and being like, "You guys are all great. I don't like anybody else but you. Like, you guys
Yeah,
are
dude.
following the rules so good."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
No,
No,
but
but the force, something else out there that
clearly, man,
continues to push you in this direction.
I could tell you some weird stories
Yeah.
that like would really blow your mind in terms of like how could that happen unless there was something outside of like my own active doing.
Right.
But then, like, listen, there's also a whole thought process that could say that, like, the law of attraction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That, like,
For
if
sure.
you want something like that, you're going to find yourself in situations
Totally.
that you will.
You're gonna move through.
Yeah,
life in some way.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
listen, if you don't believe in
we
any of
definitely
the.
talk about that a lot too. How
We do.
like when we're in like the darkest of times, or like when we feel like things aren't really coming around,
Yeah.
and like there's always that light at the end
Yeah.
where like somehow it works
Something
out.
will rope you back in.
Yeah.
And, like
I
will
found
catch
that
a
my whole
buoy
life
and-
too, man. It's like
It's,
it's always been like that.
Yeah.
it's really.
I agree.
It is a tough thing, I think,
Yep.
to like. I think it's a tough thing to realize that it does come back around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like whatever you're running from, whether it's your calling or whatever, it comes back, and it'll normally come back in a way that is for the better if you let it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can double down on running away,
Yes, you can.
and which it will come back and hurt you even more,
Yeah.
and until you learn.
We were talking about some deep shit already.
Yeah,
Which is I knew this was gonna happen, and I'm so
you
excited.
know me.
I know. I do know you,
I know like 2 speeds.
dude. Yeah, I know. We're
Speed
going.
1 is degas. Speed 2 is like, what's your soul look like?
Yeah, it moves fast. Jason
Yeah.
moves fast.
Yeah. I can't help it.
No, it's okay. This is beautiful. This is
Yeah.
what I like.
I hope so.
So okay.
So
Missouri?
So we've gotten to about 10 years old.
No, yeah,
By
we're
the end of the
sitting at 10
podcast, I'll get you to like middle school. Yeah.
We're sitting at 10 still.
One thing I don't do well is concise. All right.
It's okay, bro.
So I'll
There's no
try.
structure to this thing either, dude.
Yeah,
It's
well-
fucking anywhere, everywhere.
I know, but like nobody wants to hear me tell a story for fucking hours.
No, they do.
Yeah, but
That's
you know
actually
what?
the thing.
You say that, but like
People actually do, bro.
yeah,
I'm telling
man, come on.
Man, all right, fair enough. Anyway, so I get this agent and
Yeah.
I start doing that, and then I go to this like national competition thing
you. Wow.
when I was like 13, and I won some stuff, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got to go to Hilton Head.
There we
I don't know
go.
what that is. Where
It's
is it?
in North Carolina
Yeah.
or South Carolina.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
Carolinas.
My bad.
Uh,
Shout out the Carolinas.
I don't know which one, but
Yeah.
I think it's North. I'm gonna put North. I'm gonna put my money down on that one. And so then I got some opportunities to go to LA. Went and checked that out, and
Mom's cool with this. Mom's all about it.
so far,
Okay.
15.
15.
We're about to change.
Okay. Okay.
There's about to be a change.
Okay.
So this is also simultaneously around the time that my parents are splitting up.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
And so this is like my thing. This is my
Yeah.
drive. This is like everything to me. So I'm going to move out to LA, and I'm going to start being in movies, and it's all going to happen for me.
Mhm.
And we get out to LA, and I take some meetings, and I sign with an agency, like a bigger agency. It was the same agency that repped Dakota Fanning at the time. And this is like 2003. So
She
this
was
is
huge.
this is like
Wow.
peak Dakota. She just did Man
Yeah.
on Fire.
Whoa.
Right.
Denzel,
She was
dude.
coming off the Denzel heat. The Denzel fire heat.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
So so the agency was Osbrink Agency. Shout out
Osbrink.
Cindy
Shout
Osbrink.
out,
Shout out Cindy Osbrink.
Seeing me as a youngster. And so I was like game to move out to LA. And my mom, we got back to St. Louis, and I was like, cool, let's move. Let's get out of here. And it didn't happen.
Okay.
Didn't happen. She said that we didn't have the money to move out to LA, and LA was too expensive. I mean, like, just being super real, she's going through a divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that she was just trying to pick up and move across the country.
Yeah.
And later on, much later, like a few years back, she told me like, I didn't think it would be good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And but I didn't understand that at the time. She didn't tell me that. She
Yeah,
told me
you're a
funny,
teenager.
and I was crushed.
Yeah, of course.
Crushed.
And your Cindy still signed you?
Right, I'm still signed, and I'm doing self tapes on VHS.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I didn't book anything on that.
On the old VHS tape? That's
Dude.
crazy.
Yeah, wild. I did a self tape for Meet the Fockers to be Ben
What?
Stiller's son, but his son was like a teenager or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
work. Obviously, it was just casting didn't work out. But yeah. So anyway, fast forward a little bit. I was a rambunctious child. I was very rebellious and shit starter, literal fire starter. And then high school, kind of got it together, started doing theater. And
In high school?
found family, found community there, and still a piece of shit, but
Yeah.
like a little bit more so. And then we'll plow through some of this.
It's just your life. It's not that important.
Well, yeah, it's not.
It's skipping.
So I kind of decided somewhere around like 16 that I went to a New York Film Academy thing
Oh, wow.
and got to make a film, and it was the first time
In LA?
in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I came to New York,
Yeah.
and
Wait, so before this, you were living in Missouri, right?
yeah,
You were living in Missouri.
Still.
yeah,
Self tapes on VHS.
yeah. But that kind of ended like
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
somewhere. Oh, right. So in middle school, I go out to LA, I get this agent, I come back, I think I'm hot shit. Like kids like fucking turn on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, they fucking
I
hate
bet.
it. They hated
Yeah.
it. They were like, "Well, you think you're fucking better than us, dude?" I'm from Missouri, bro. It's not that like
It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
it's not like going out to LA and getting an agent and thing. It's not normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
totally.
and for like a cocky little kid like me, I'm like
Yeah.
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 later, I'm screw you guys. I don't need none of you.
Yeah.
And so like I ended up talk about like going against things that you are more called to.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck acting. Like this shit is only causing me pain.
Right.
I'm out.
You get ostracized for it.
Yeah, exactly. I lost all my friends and like
Yeah.
getting in fights and like it was bad.
Yeah.
And I left. I changed schools.
Yeah.
Go to this new school and I'm like, not acting, not being involved in this at all.
Yeah. And this was in New York now.
No.
This is still in
St.
Missouri.
Louis.
Still.
This is St. Louis.
So you changed schools.
I changed schools.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
At 16.
kid?
No, at 14.
At 14.
So but then
Holy shit.
so then 14, so 2 years, 14, 15 ish, 16, I run with the bad crowd.
Got you.
And I'm sorry, Mom. But I'm like, I'm trying drinking, I'm trying drugs, blah blah blah, and like whatever. It's not really a big deal. But
yeah.
come end of the second semester, freshman year, there's auditions for student directed one acts, and I was like,
Something about it.
Something looks a little appealing.
I was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. So I did it, and I got one of the parts, and so I did it, and I loved it, and so next year I come back, I'm not doing a musical, but I was like, but I'll do the one acts again,
Yeah.
and so turns out the bad kids aren't super fun to hang out with. They're not really nice.
You learned that probably quick.
It took me a little bit.
Right.
It took me a little bit, but I
Right.
figured it out.
Yeah.
And then, but anyway, so then I started doing theater. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go in all in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because these people are actually nice to me,
Right.
Mhm.
and like I love doing this.
Yeah.
So do that and find some success in that. But then I do this New York Film Academy thing when I'm like 16,
Mhm.
and I get super, super into movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like no longer just is this like a hobby. Like I would come home from school, I would put in a movie, I would watch it, and then I'd watch it with the director's commentary, and then I put in another one, and I do
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
And I would go to Blockbuster. This is Blockbusters, right?
Yep.
And we had the like unlimited movie thing where
Yeah.
you could
Oh,
like
yeah.
That pass.
Hell yeah.
the pass, yeah. So I had that, and then I had Netflix DVDs.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember
the mail,
that
the
shit,
mail,
dude.
the mailers,
Yeah,
the
dude, yeah.
mailers, yeah. And so I gave myself a personal education. So I would sit in my room and I would watch these
Yeah.
movies. So I watched Clockwork Orange, A Requiem
Oh,
for
yeah.
a Dream, Doctor Strangelove, like
Whoa.
all of the master filmmakers. I just started like
You're just
crushing it. I watched Fight Club like 50 million times.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's like
fantastic.
the ultimate angsty young boy movie.
yeah,
Watching
totally.
Brad Pitt looking fucking rich, talking about how I don't need my fucking khakis.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't need my fucking
Let
khakis.
go of the
Brad.
wheel. Let go of the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like everything that I'm about right now. Start reading Chuck Palahniuk. Start reading those
Your
books.
carbon bars of soap in your
Oh,
living
dude,
room right
I'm gonna be full Project Mayhem really soon. Yeah. So dude, I was so into that. I was like, this is the truth. I need to start working on fighting my friends. One of those didn't end well. But yeah, so I decided I wanted to go to film school. I knew that I had to get out of St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I had to get out. I knew if I don't get out now, I never will.
Yeah.
Because it's like I lived in like 30 minutes outside the city.
Yeah.
So it is, if you don't get out, you will be here forever.
Right. You see that everywhere.
Shout out Eureka, Missouri.
Eureka, Missouri.
Eureka,
Eureka.
Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah. Eureka.
You got to do a film there one day.
Oh, 100%. I've already written 2 films that take place
There
there.
you go.
But I actually set them in the town over, which is Pacific, because I just think it's a better filmic name. No one wants to
Gotcha.
hear a movie about Eureka, Missouri.
I'm so into it. If you do.
I think Pacific, Missouri is a cooler sounding
Cool.
name. I don't know. It's like my own.
Either or, to be
It's like my
honest.
own fictitious
Yeah.
place that I've
Yeah.
now like written multiple things in.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like 2 movies in a mini series.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a weird
Whoa.
place that I'd never thought about that till right now.
Yeah.
That I've continually written for this like fictitious
town.
small
Yeah.
town in Missouri. It's like Spielberg, how he wrote all of his movies like in a small town in Ohio
Yeah.
Mhm.
that like isn't really where he's from, but in his mind that's where
That's
he's
where
from.
I'm from. Yeah.
Like that's how it is for me. Like this is the town that I'm
Got
from.
you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Weird. I
Yeah.
thought about that. But so anyway, went to film school. And kind of just I did 2 years at a small school because I couldn't get into a big good one. I got rejected from
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
So I went to a little school, little 2-year. Was the only film student there. They didn't really have a film program.
Yeah.
It was just like me and a 16mm camera and like Final Cut Pro, you know.
Wow.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was totally anti-acting at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's for narcissists.
You're just not about it.
Still true.
Stop.
Still true. Still true.
Oh shit.
Just
Oh,
a little
shit.
bit healthier. But
yeah.
yeah. I mean, listen.
God.
Can't be a little bit wrong there. I mean, there's a little bit of truth there. So yeah, then I took a year off to. I had an opportunity to work for this dude's production company, and he was a stunt guy. He did stunts on The Matrix.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Ever heard of it?
yeah, The Matrix. You ever seen that movie?
Never heard it.
It's a great movie. It's with Lawrence Fishburne,
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne's in it.
Carrie Ann Moss, Hugo Weaving,
Yeah, you can go weaving.
some other guy.
Doesn't matter.
His
Doesn't
name's-
matter.
His
So
name's
the
Canoe.
stuntman.
Yeah, well, I thought
Well,
that
yeah,
was maybe
dude.
something I could get into.
Yeah.
So
You're into action already. You're
yeah,
already.
yeah, exactly.
that's fine,
I
dude.
grew up like running all over the place, thinking that I was Jackie Chan. So I was like, all right, this is what I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I started doing it, and dude, this is a gnarly story. This is so funny. Like I don't. So yeah, I worked at this dude's production company for a pay stipend of $400 a month,
Huh.
Whoa.
and I worked probably over 100 hours a week.
Oh.
I lived in a converted entryway in East LA. It was a house that the entryway was converted into a closet.
What?
And I put my mattress in there, and I put shelves that went all the way up, and I paid $150 a month to live there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and there's like drug dealers across the street and a very schizophrenic crazy man that lived behind me. Yeah, East LA. Funny story about East LA. I'm from St. Louis, right? So St. Louis Cardinals, you know
Yeah.
their hats look right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the STL. Turns out the neighborhood that I lived in East LA was right by St. Lucas Street.
Oh shit. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
So me walking around wearing my bright red
You're
STL
repping,
hat,
dude.
I'm repping.
You're repping the set.
Unintentionally.
You are repping the set. Oh my god.
Unintentionally, have no idea.
Did you start seeing them more and you were like, oh shit.
I was so pumped that
You
there
were
were so
like,
many
"There's Cardinals
Cardinals fans.
in East LA? What is everyone
I'm like,
doing here?
everybody loves the Cardinals here. This is the coolest place ever. This is exactly
You're
what I'm
walking by, everyone's
supposed
like, yo, what's up?
to-
Yeah.
dude.
Getting
So
cheek checked, dude.
no, so people when I'm walking around the neighborhood to the grocery store and stuff like that, people are like giving me the nod, and I'm like, everyone is so friendly here.
It's LA, dude.
Like, why is everyone
Yeah.
giving this place such a bad
LA
rap?
is great.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, everyone is so nice here.
Yeah.
But here's the other truth is, I lived in a traditionally very rough neighborhood at that time. Everybody was super nice.
Yeah.
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 Everybody was so nice, so polite, like such a familial attitude. Like, I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say about
Yeah.
that really
Wow.
like tough neighborhood that I lived in.
Yeah.
Even the dudes that were drug dealers across the street who were definitely, listen, they're definitely drug dealers. Like 100%. I know what it looks like when someone pulls up to a house, somebody comes
Yeah.
in, goes in the window,
Yeah.
goes
Sorry,
back to the
Mom.
house. Yeah, listen, I just know. I look, I watched The Wire. I know what it is. You know what I mean? I saw Breaking Bad. I get it. So, but
I
even
know.
those guys were cool
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Because like I lived in the neighborhood. They know.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It was cool. So I worked for this guy, and it was very tough.
Mm.
It was very, very tough. It was hard on my body.
Yeah.
It was hard mentally. He was a very, very my guy who is my mentor and like my boss. He's a very tough dude. And he was a stunt guy. He went to MIT when he was 16.
What?
Worked for the government,
What?
developing defense stuff, and then decided he wanted to be a stuntman because he was a world-class martial artist. He's a very, very tough dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very tough dude.
You just found this guy? Like, how did?
It's a crazy.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's
Okay.
It's
Okay, man.
dude. It's a crazy thing. I was editing a movie for somebody else, like just
Editing a film.
and they wanted to shoot an extra scene. They shot it at this dude's studio, and I met him.
Through
And then I asked him if I could hit him up about whatever, and I emailed him nonstop for months, and he never responded. And finally, he hit me up to paint sets for
Right.
a music video he was shooting, and I did. And then the lead dropped out of the music video.
You jumped in.
I ended up acting in the music video.
Got you.
Here I am acting again,
Wow.
and I'm like, screw this. This isn't for me.
Yeah.
I need to be that guy jumping through the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, but it was hard. It was a hard, but I stuck it out for the year. I worked there for a year, and that was my deal with my family, is because they thought I was crazy. I was like, I'll go back to school and finish after a year. So I did it. I did my year, and you know, I learned a lot of things, but it was really hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like. Abusive would be, I think, a little bit of a term that maybe someone else would use, but I wouldn't. I would call it tough.
Mhm.
I would call it hard.
Yeah.
Old school. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it really, really made me realize how I wanted to kind of do my life.
Mhm.
Because I was like, man, I don't want to end up like this.
Right.
I don't want to end up being so smart and so capable, but also kind of alienating and isolating and hurting people. So like, I want to do what I want to do, but I want other people to enjoy it with me.
Mhm.
And so when I went back to school, I started making movies, student films and stuff like that. I finally got into the school I wanted to. I was at Loyola Marymount University. I was rejected 3 or 4 times before then. They made me sign up. I got in as a screenwriting major
Oh wow.
because they wouldn't let me into filmmaking.
Whoa.
They refused. Whatever reason. They refused. And they made me sign a thing that said that I would not try to transfer to film production. They made me sign
You had to sign a contract?
like a binding document
Whoa.
that says I will not try. I think it was just an email, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, you have to say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, sure. You're going to let me into your school? Yeah, I'll say whatever you want me to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, fine.
You're a real rule follower too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's going to apply to me. So I get in there, and I had people send recommendations until they told me to stop.
Wow.
And I transferred that next semester.
Whoa, man.
Yeah.
Just forced your way in.
Oh, I was like, I haven't come this far.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't come this far, you know? And so, yeah, so I got in, changed, and I graduated the film program in 3 semesters.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
man.
I pledged a fraternity at that time, too.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
which I'm not the fraternity guy.
Yeah.
But, like, shout out Sigma Chi, because
Shout out.
Iota Omega chapter at LMU. Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know anything.
No, I don't know. I don't
It's
know
like, you know, like, so like the very first chapter is the alpha chapter. And then depending on the school, every school has a corresponding like chapter name based on the Greek alphabet.
Gotcha.
And this is iota omega.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to listen, there's a lot of bad press out there for fraternities. And I'm just going to take a quick second
Here we go.
to switch this press around a
Here
little
we go.
bit. Listen. Is it all of the like fratty dudes with red cups cheering chug and doing keg stands? Yes.
It is that.
Yes.
I never did it.
But
Okay.
Sure, dude.
Yeah,
you
I
look
never-
like
Come
you could.
on, bro.
no, you do look like you could fit the part.
Come on, dude.
Oh yeah, no, you could. But so could I. So could he. It doesn't matter. That's the point.
Sure.
The
Yeah,
point
it's-
is
okay.
The point is, listen, I went to a big school and I was like, I'm going to give in to this experience.
Mm.
I'm at a big college now. I haven't been at one before. I wouldn't normally do a fraternity. But what am I doing? I'm here. I
Yeah.
fought to be here.
Yeah.
I fought to be here. I'm going to do the film program. I'm going to try this. And what happened was I met, and listen, I know it's different at big schools, like
Right.
the big Southern schools and stuff like that. I get it's a very different culture. This is like a small school, Jesuit school in LA.
Yeah.
You know, so take this with a grain of salt. But I met a bunch of guys who were genuinely interested in helping each other become better men.
Right.
Genuinely. Devoted to ideals of respecting one another, respecting people, growing, having a sense of self-respect, having good character, and what that really meant. And of course, I was like, what? Yeah, I'm in.
Oh yeah.
I loved it. It was an amazing process of bonding in which, but listen, it wasn't like hazing.
Right.
It wasn't like, you have to remember what I came from.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
true hazing, true intensity. Like when I was working before, I was called nothing but dickhead for the first like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now I'm like, these guys are like, come on, you have to come to our party. And I'm like, oh no, okay. I'm also a lot older too. I'm like 22 and
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
else is like 18, 19
Yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
pledging with.
Yeah.
So I'm like automatically kind of just designated as like, you must know what's going on.
Yeah.
But just for a second, I just wanted to shout it out because
Word.
it was
Yeah,
a
for sure.
really, really awesome thing. And I know that a lot of not great things happen within fraternities and stuff like that, but it also can be beautiful. And it also can be an amazingly formative experience for young men. And a lot of those guys that I pledged with and was in the fraternity with, I'm still close with, are the best guys that I know who are men of good character. That's what they strive to be. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of them were in film too and stuff.
For sure.
So fraternities are not all bad.
Yeah, there's definitely the generalization. You know,
Right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I get the bad
like,
press. I just feel like
Yeah.
no one's out there really owning the fact, like, yes, I was part of a fraternity
Yeah.
and it was awesome.
Right.
And it was really healthy.
Yeah.
And we respected women a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Mhm.
Like overly so. Right? You're
Mhm.
trying to correct an image. So anyway, do film school, finish that, end up through one of my friends in the fraternity, Chris Braun. Shout out Chris Braun.
Shout out.
Yeah, and he introduced me to our other friend Dylan, who was
Shout out Dylan.
Shout out Dylan.
Shout out Dylan Walsh. And I was in a wicked bad place. I need to get through this story way quicker.
No, dude.
Oh,
no.
I'm like
Fucking
really
chill.
getting nostalgic here. Okay, we started making films together, and the first film we made was I sold my car and bought a motorcycle, and we made a film called The Wanderer, and I basically took my motorcycle and like drove it up and down the coast of California with like 4 days of riding experience. It was just like, I gotta do this.
Yeah, dude.
Just like, oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah.
I got really bad hyperthermia on the way back. Dude.
Oh, really?
Because it was like October and I was riding on the
Yeah,
coast because like I gotta be on the coast. It's like
We
I'm
need the
a
shot,
super
dude.
serious actor now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I really missed an important part of the story, and then I'm gonna circle back. I swear to God. Fuck. Man, goddamn.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's
we got
all
like
good,
we got
bro.
like
We're
we
chilling.
got
What's this
we
over
got
here?
2 hours.
Super serious actor,
Yeah.
dude.
So
When did that come about? Because you're kicking it.
So I
around.
was not into that until I had a class that I randomly got into. Okay, you're talking about the weird universe working in your favor, right? I'm
Mhm.
totally anti-acting. And then, right, this is even funnier. So long story short, my senior thesis film, 2 weeks before I'm about to shoot it, right? I wrote it, I'm directing it, I'm putting every dollar I've ever had into it.
Yeah.
And my lead actor
Drops.
Drops.
Same here.
Yeah,
What's
we've
up?
all seen that one happen.
Dude, yeah, drops
Dude.
2 weeks before we're supposed to shoot. I still have his number in my phone. We could call him, by the way, and be like, "You fucked
No,
up, bro. That
you
movie was
blew it,
terrible, but
dog."
like, whatever."
Wander?
So, they drop out, and I don't have anybody,
Yeah.
and I'm like, my producer's like, "You should act in it," and I'm like, "No, I'm a super serious writer director now. I don't do that."
That's my past.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not about that.
I've changed.
It's full of narcissists.
Not baby Jesus anymore.
Yeah.
Guys, I moved on.
Chromate so but I do it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
fine. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm supposed to be in my 30s. And I'm like 21 or 22.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do I need to do? I need to age. How do I age? I'm gonna recede my hairline. I go to the barber, and I'm like, yo,
Just mess me up, dude.
Just give me that.
peel it
Just
back,
Mess me.
thin it out, peel it back.
What?
Dude, I saw Gosling in Blue Valentine. His hair's
And
all like
oh
shit.
my god.
And I'm
yeah.
like, dude, this is
Do it.
dedication. This is what it's gonna take. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
It worked.
I look old. I look old.
It's so
It ain't gonna help that shit script that I wrote, but I look
You
old.
older, dude.
I look old. Yeah. So,
You
so
receded the hairline.
dude, I did that.
You went for it.
I did that, and I was doing this god awful accent. Oh my god! I'm like, he's from like New England, so I'm gonna do this like I had this accent. I was like trying to do this Frank Sinatra thing. And it was terrible. I didn't know anything about acting.
But you swung.
Oh, bro, I swung so hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I wrote this like, this movie is like the most film school movie you could write. It's about it takes place in the 70s. Why? I don't know.
Timepiece.
Because like
you gotta go back.
because like period
The
piece.
70s,
my
dude.
spot,
That's
dude.
Mikey's
That's
time.
me.
Dude, it's a very intriguing time and it's very
Yeah,
filmic.
So shut up.
Yeah, it's very filmic. So I don't know why I wanted to do a period, but I did.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's about a girl, a married couple, who the woman makes the man dinner and whatever, has this nice dinner. I don't really remember the full breadth of the plot, but basically, she's pregnant, but then she tries to get him to like kick her ass for some reason. Anyway, oh no, she tries to beat him up, and then anyway, he wakes up in the bathroom and she's doused them both in gasoline. And she gives him a picture of the ultrasound and is like, and gives him a gun and is like, either you kill me or I'm gonna burn us alive.
What the fuck, dude?
And I'm pregnant. Oh, he's cheating. He's cheating on her and she found out. That's what it was.
Okay.
He's cheating on her and she found out. And so she's like, I know what you did, and like, either you shoot me or I'm gonna burn us both alive.
That is so fucking crazy.
That
That
sounds
is
amazing.
so
I want.
fucking
I
crazy.
want to know what happened.
The stakes are high.
Yeah.
Right from the
Stakes
jump.
are high, dude.
Oh, there's a whole bullshit, a lot of like them talking to each other before it gets
Yeah.
interesting. That part's cool though. But so anyway, I'm gonna spoil the movie. Spoiler, right?
Oh, no.
If you're ever gonna find this movie out there, hope to God you don't.
Should shout it out.
Is he struggles and I'm doing this like constipation acting where I'm like, oh, don't make me do this, you know? And
What should
pull,
I do?
And and I pull the gun and I fire it and it incinerates me. And she's sitting on the edge of a bathtub and she kicks back into the bathtub as I light myself on fire.
Surprise.
And twist, they were blanks. They were blanks. He was gonna burn himself up.
This
the
is
whole time.
crazy. dude. This is
I know.
cra-
This is me and as a senior in college being like,
22-year-old Jay.
being like, they're just gonna offer me a feature right away.
Sundance wants this, dude.
Genius.
yeah. No, this is me being like, well, this is the best idea. There's no way that anyone's gonna make a better movie than this.
Dude, I was talking about this today. I think with Adam, there's like a part of you, if you're doing this thing, if you're going after acting, like filmmaking, anything, there's got to be a kind of a crazy element to you where you're like, I believe that this story is gonna be seen and heard by a lot of people,
Dude, so
and that the work is gonna mean something,
Dude.
no matter what.
oh,
And then you gotta level it out with the humble side of you, which is like,
yeah.
I'm trash. This isn't going anywhere. Listen, you know what I mean?
No, here's what yeah.
Early on, especially, I'm talking about.
No. I this is what I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Is that I feel like I've come full circle into where I was like, thought it was the best shit ever, then realized it was very bad, to where I won't watch it now, right? So let me finish this with the thing, and I'll come back.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Long story short about that, I do think you should always think that your shit is the best shit ever,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
let go of the expectation.
Yeah.
Let it go. If it's not, whatever. That was cool. It was cool to think it was.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you miss out on the
That's
enjoyment
good,
of
yeah.
like enjoying that you made the best thing
You
ever.
made the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I agree
Totally.
with
Because
yeah.
that has to do 100% with your outside expectations.
For sure.
Of the validation of like, I think this is the best ever, but I won't believe it unless you tell me.
For sure.
Mhm.
That's expectations the killer.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's the thing that's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Is when you're like, I'm going to win Sundance with my best film ever.
Right.
And then you don't win Sundance and you think, I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
No, it's not. You made something that you loved.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then like,
You have to let it go.
let it go.
You have
Yeah.
to. You
Let it
have
go. It
to.
has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, man.
And maybe it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it sucks.
Well, it's like a short-term memory thing. You have to forget.
You can love something that sucks.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
I love that movie where the woman's gonna let herself on fire. It sucks. It's really bad. My acting is really bad.
Fuck.
Oh my! I had no training.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Dude,
I was
that's
like-
so good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never like kind of heard that.
In what way? In what way?
Just like cause
This is good that you're saying this to me.
yeah, because I mean, yeah, whatever. I'm still learning a lot too, but I feel like it's good for other people to hear
For
too. It's like
sure,
when they're
for
trying
sure.
to get into it, it's like you're gonna make shit that sucks,
Yes, man.
and you think it's your baby. Like
Yes.
my film, like it was my baby,
Yeah.
but like shit happens. Like my fucking lead dropped out, and like I'm just scrounging together what I can. I got a
Yeah.
timeline. I'm like, but in the heat of it, I'm like, this is fucking.
It's a
amazing.
shit.
I'm like, hell
It's a
yeah!
shit.
I'm cutting it together. I'm like, this is dope.
There's got to be a
But
part of
then
you
it's
that
like,
believes that.
yeah. But then at the end, you gotta be like, what is it though?
Yes.
Is it good?
Well, you face reality.
bad?
No matter what, you're gonna face reality.
but
Yeah.
listen, you'll gain that objectivity over time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your job to understand the breadth of what it is that you made right now.
Yeah.
Right now you're making it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
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 After.
You have to make it in the best ways you can. You can't make it on the best
Yep.
ways that you're gonna think about it in 10 years.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like you'll drive yourself fucking nuts.
Mhm.
You'll go fucking yeah.
But
You totally will.
and here's something this is 100% Dan Harmon's thing. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due.
For sure.
Listen to
Shout
Dan.
out.
shout
Shout
out, shout
out.
out.
Norman.
Shout out Dan Harmon. He said this thing on a writing podcast or interview, and I have stolen this and used it to the maximum. Tell yourself right now that your first draft of whatever you write is going to suck.
Yeah.
Come to terms with it.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck a lot.
Yes, man.
It's gonna be terrible. You know what you should do? Try and suck. Try. Write the most on the head dialogue you can. Write the most obvious
That's such a good
bullshit
fucking lesson.
you can. And then don't show anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show no one. Write 7 more drafts. Then give it to someone and lie and say it's your first. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'll write 9 drafts and be like, it's the first draft. I wrote it yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you know that or not. Guess what, world? I've been lying to you the whole time. I've been editing that shit for days. But you know why? Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's really cool,
Yeah.
man.
It doesn't matter.
I
I
love
like
that.
that.
Just make stuff.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Just make it.
Yeah.
And let time do its work.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what I mean? Like there's plenty of things that over time that you will look back and be like, listen, we can kind of jump into the story now a little bit. So with Dylan and Chris and our other friend Jeff, who just had a premiere at Tribeca, he just premiered
Shout
a
out.
feature documentary at Tribeca. Shout out Jeff, boy, coming up.
Jeff on
boy
the
coming
rise,
up.
dude. Yeah,
So-
man.
We made this Motorcycle Wanderer movie. Has almost no dialogue.
Right.
It's mostly me riding around on a motorcycle looking real pensive. Right? And to this day, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Does anyone else want to watch me ride around on a motorcycle for 22 minutes looking upset? No. But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it means something to me.
Yeah.
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 And because we were 4 dudes who were super ambitious, but also, I'll speak for myself, really broken and scared and didn't really know who we were. And we made this thing together. No one was paying us. No one was doing anything. We spent all of our money on it. And we made this movie, this like really artistic, movie about a dude who didn't have a home and didn't know who he was and was just trying to write it out. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I love it. I still love it.
There's such a lesson.
That doesn't mean that it's good.
Yeah.
Objectively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can watch that movie the rest of my life and love every second of it.
Yeah.
Listen, there comes into a different thing when you talk about, like, listen, if someone invested $1 million and it didn't make any money,
We're talking about something totally different.
that's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Making
totally
it on your own.
We're talking about learning process. We're talking
Yep.
about making things on your own. Yeah,
There was something I think it was Ira Glass. Shout out. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like it is. He was talking about taste and how when you start, like when you start to become like you start to gain your artistic taste and like the things that you see that are like, wow, this film, this painting, this piece of music, for some reason this thing's speaking to me and I want to make stuff in essence of that. Right? Time is the thing that gets you to that. It takes time for the artist to develop, to match where their taste is.
Yes.
So you're gonna
yes,
crush a lot of the first things you do. You're not gonna reach that mark. It's gonna take time
right.
to get into that level of the things that you admire.
Mm-hmm.
For you to do that, for me to be able to do that, it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. It's like, of course, you see something, there's something about it that you are attracted to, and you say, that is good art. To me, that is good art. How do I make my art that? And in my own way, it's gonna take time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're gonna swing a lot, and you're gonna miss a lot, and
It's
you're
gonna
gonna
take
fall on your
reps.
face.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's gonna take reps.
But slowly over time, you're gonna get closer and closer, and then eventually, hopefully, you're making the things that, and maybe you never will, but you'll always be trying to get to the point where your taste meets theirs,
well, your taste will change.
and your taste will change.
Listen, the truth is, like those action movies, right? That I started off with as a kid. It used to be when I was a kid,
man.
right? If the movie had a machine gun in it, I was most likely interested,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now the things that I write and the things that I'm into, the things that I make, I find myself a lot less interested in gratuitous violence.
Yeah.
Like, listen, my boy Keanu,
Love
you, dude.
shout
Yeah.
out,
Dude, if you ever, anytime, anywhere, whatever you want me to do,
call him up.
I am there.
He will be there.
Dude, this guy has aced life.
Yeah,
Aced it.
I was talking about him a few days ago,
Dude, he literally, I don't even understand how you can get that successful and be that good at what you do and just be the chillest dude.
Yeah, dude.
Right? And maybe it's because he lets it out on like 30 dudes in a movie.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Unleashes on
So let
a bunch
all
of
love
stunts.
for Keanu aside.
Yeah.
Because like The Matrix was everything to me.
Yeah.
Right? Talk about a dude who has, just side note, talk about a dude who has all of the power but none of the ego. Neo.
Yes, man.
Neo.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about being centered in yourself but knowing that you're powerful.
Yeah.
Neo.
Yeah. Wow.
Neo.
Yeah, bro. That's your guy. That was the guy for you.
Dude, that's the guy. Oh, also, Batman's the guy.
Batman's the guy.
Yeah.
Batman's also the guy, but Batman is not healthy.
Batman's not healthy.
True.
Batman is not healthy.
Mentally.
That was a
physically.
really, really tough realization. Actually, I've just had that very recently because I was in therapy for the first time in my life.
Shout out therapy.
Dude, shout out therapy
Man,
for the
no
first
one-
time in my life.
If
Dude.
someone bashes therapy, I'm bashing you.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's all
I
I'm
did
saying.
not know about
Shout
this
out.
game, dude. I feel like I just discovered some sort of like amazing dessert that everyone else has been eating, but I like thought it was bad for me.
Yeah. And
It is
like
delicious.
shit. It's like mango.
It is delicious.
That's awesome.
But anyway, she was like, yeah, what do you think about a hero that you really admire? And I was like, Batman. And then I thought about it and I was like, Batman is not healthy. Batman is the most unhealthy.
Pretty unhealthy, dude.
Most unhealthy. Like just absolutely destroying everyone's lives around
Yeah.
him so he can have what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah, dude.
like low key, Batman's very selfish.
Low key.
Like I was obsessed with that idea of like
Yeah.
being so devoted to my ideal. I'll sacrifice anything.
Word. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about $1 billion short of that comfort. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like Batman, like, dude. I don't want to bash Batman because he's been my hero my whole life, and I've worked really hard
I
because
feel
of
like
that.
a lot of people do not realize that though.
What?
That it's not a healthy like.
No, man.
No.
The guy lives alone in his
Yeah.
house and only hangs out with his butler, who like low key kind of just feels really guilty.
Super guilty.
Right?
And he just sitting there like,
Dude, Batman chills with the
The-
butler.
Who is the most enabler of anyone I've ever seen? Who's
Oh.
like, this guy has the most unhealthy relationship with grief ever,
Dude,
and he's
you're
just like,
so
he's
right.
like, I shouldn't do anything about this. I should, in fact,
Enable.
do- yeah, enable him.
Enable.
But listen, I'm not gonna trash on
He
Batman
pays me.
because here's the thing about Batman. Man, we're really getting off on it. But like, here's the thing about Batman.
We have a list of questions.
Here's the thing. Here's
This
the,
is so good.
we're
all
on-
right, Batman.
No, I'm
Batman
so
takes
happy.
first
Batman's
place.
in there. Batman's in there.
Here's the thing about Batman.
Pencil him in.
And I only want to make this, and I'll get back to the point, but I feel like I gotta. Really
No, you gotta make
make
this point,
about
dude.
Batman. The thing about Batman, and this is what doesn't come up in the movies, which really bothers me, is that yes, Batman is unhealthy, but the truth of Batman's heart is that Batman is the most loving young kid out of all of them. He is still a 10-year-old boy. He loves with the heart of a 10-year-old boy.
Okay.
The thing that he is fighting is his trauma, right? And so, but he loves every single person that he's trying to save like it is his parents.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
And so it is unhealthy, but it is not. I don't know. The thing that the comics does really well that I appreciate is that, and they kind of do Captain America the same way,
Mm-hmm.
is that there's something I love about Batman and Captain America is that they will do the right thing no matter the cost.
Right. Right.
And he will never, ever stop
Yeah.
due to his own pain. And listen, that's not healthy,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it doesn't mean I don't respect it.
Yeah.
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 He, no matter how pain he is, how broken, whatever, he will get up. He will keep fighting.
Right. Right.
Unbreakable will.
Respect.
His
man.
true superpower is will.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't care, $1 billion or not. You don't get that expertly trained in everything that you do without willpower.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Back to the main points. I just couldn't. I couldn't trash my boy Batman for being unhealthy
No,
without
you
like
had to.
also being like, Bruce, it's all good, bro.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Yeah, dude. So
Where should we go back to?
no. So I'm gonna go back to this. So
Yeah.
so you made these films with
Oh,
your homies.
Right. So I made these films with my homies, but even before that, right? So I'm about to graduate.
Yeah.
I'm in this class randomly.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, this
Literally
class,
randomly
yeah.
placed in this class. I forgot what the class was called. I don't remember. But it was taught by Paula Wagner. Shout out Paula.
Shout
Wagner.
out Paula Wagner.
Yeah, Paula Wagner was one of, and I could be wrong. So like, I don't know if you guys have a lot of people that like fact check you on the internet,
No.
but like you could in the future. And if they go backlog
Maybe.
me and then like you're wrong, I don't know this for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she was one of the founding members of CAA, or at least one of the original agents at CAA.
Got you.
And then she was the head of Fox, and then she
Oh.
partnered with Tom Cruise and was his producing partner for most of the Mission Impossibles. Anyway, she's like a legend.
Yeah.
Legend. She discovered Tom Cruise, Sean Penn,
Oh wow.
slew of
Wow.
other people. Sean Penn's dad was an actor too, so I feel like that kind of count.
I see your point.
But yeah.
I see your point.
Um,
Okay.
But I have a class with her, and she's like coveted. Like you
Right.
have class with her, class begins, it ends, she leaves. There's
Right.
no emails. Her assistant deals with us.
Right.
She's very
Busy
important.
lady. Busy lady.
Yeah, she's important. She got things to do. And so we have 1 5-minute one-on-one with her at the end of the semester. 5 minutes. And you get her one-on-one. And so I'm
You get a solid 5 minutes, dude.
5 minutes.
Whoa.
5 minutes in which she comes in and like you're supposed to talk to her about the class, but like I got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I got 5 minutes.
And we're talking about Hustler from Missouri right now,
Yeah,
dude. You
I'm-
got
I'm about
some
to
shit
pitch.
to
I'm
say,
about to
yeah.
pitch it.
yeah.
I'm about to pitch this movie that I'm working on
yeah,
about
dude.
these
Damn.
teenagers that got nanobots inside of them, and
Oh,
they're gonna change the world. Or
Yeah.
we're gonna shoot in Missouri. And
No, Pacific Missouri.
yeah, well, not yet. Pacific wasn't born yet.
Okay, got you.
But so I get in there and I'm pitching her about how I'm a writer director and I'm so serious. or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I've never had a conversation with this woman in my life. And,
Wow.
she goes, "What about acting?" I go, well, acting was my first love.
Yeah.
That's where I started. But yeah, now I'm like writer director. I'm a serious guy now. And she goes, "Yeah, that's great. You're an actor. I know it. I know what it is. I know what that X factor looks like. The
Uh-huh.
X, the unknown.
Uh,
And you have it. And that's what you need to do. And if you want to do that other stuff later, you can. but it will come through that.
Mm.
That was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was it.
Game changed.
And my brain like,
Yep.
Yep.
and I realized that making this whole movie or whatever, I just enjoyed the acting part. I liked directing part too, and I like crafting a story. But it was the acting that I loved.
Yeah.
It's always been the acting that I loved. And I was like,
Yes.
this is an authority.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone who actually knows.
Right.
Right? And there is something about that. We talk about validation and things like that.
Totally.
But there is something about an authority.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
This person knows.
Yep.
And she said it. There's no reason for her to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I need to do this for real. So I stopped doing the writing and directing. I put down that movie. Didn't get accepted anyway. Wasn't very good. And that was also a nice factor to realize maybe I'm an actor. This movie sucks. This movie's really bad. Oh man, I should not make any more of these. But so I met up with these guys and we started making movies and I put everything into it. I put everything into those movies and no one saw them. No one. And it doesn't matter. I mean, I did the motorcycle thing. I did the bare knuckle boxing, disco dancing thing. I dyed my hair blonde and I worked with the stunt guys and learned how to fight. And I already had a stunt background. So there was this big fight. So I knew how to fight. And like the little pieces of your life start to fit together. And we wanted to make a movie on a vineyard. And my best friend that I met at the first 2-year school, his family was in wine, so he knew how we could get on a vineyard.
Yeah.
And his dad was a master winemaker, so I went up there every weekend for 9 months, trained with his dad, because the character was a winemaker. And like just the weird things, right? To the point in which suddenly it's like 2 years later, we're making our third movie. We're shooting on 16 millimeter. I'm standing on a vineyard.
You shot on 16 millimeter for this?
Oh yes.
Wow.
Unreal. I love shooting on film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing on this vineyard. I'm standing in the middle of this row. And I thought I get emotional. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
And I'm standing in this place that my friend from the first college that I went to helped me get, and he produced it. He's now he's my closest friend.
Yeah.
Shout out Marcos.
Shout out.
He's
Marco.
still one of my producers. Well, like has always believed in me. The 3 guys that I'd met in acting school had also helped me produce it. They helped me find my co-lead. My writer director is my friend through the second college that I went to, who's now and my cinematographer is from the first college. Like my whole world coalesced into this moment.
Yeah.
In which I'm like, there is no possible way that I am not meant to be right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way that I did this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way that there is not an active force working and helping and loving me. Because it doesn't happen otherwise. Because I actively tried to get away from that scenario so hard. And I ended up there. Surrounded by people that I loved, that loved me, doing something I cared about that I was meant to do. Here's the other side of that coin. Do you know what that movie is? Hell no, you don't. Nobody does. Nobody ever will. But it's still the most important moment for me.
It's not about that.
Right. Right. It's not about the end result. Right.
No.
But that doesn't mean I didn't go through the entire heartbreak of that movie not being what I wanted.
Of course, man.
So I guess all that to say, so then after that kind of ended and I needed to change. I'd kind of been through this whole thing. And I did a 2-year program. I did the Meisner training in LA.
In LA?
Full 2 years.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
And then I got to New York and I was like, I should do this all again.
Yeah.
I should do this again with these guys.
Yeah.
So I started over.
And that's where we met.
And that's where we met.
Long story short.
Wow.
Long story short.
That's where we met, dude.
I met Dave.
Yeah. Whoa.
I'd been a long journey before I ever met you.
Fuck, man. I didn't know any of this shit. I knew like you're from Missouri.
Yeah, I don't walk around being like broadcasting.
No, I know, but we're friends. I thought
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
some of that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, so
Thanks for sharing everything. I mean, it's crazy how like
whoa.
I don't know. To me, it's such like I don't know. It's such like a perfect just story.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I feel like because this is like the film really like guided you throughout your whole life. Like literally from 1 month old to it was always there.
always
To
active.
through all the harsh and like through you, it basically helped you find yourself and like what you want in life and what you want to be, and brought people that improved that, like that got you to that place or closer to that place.
Oh, I would even say it's the other way of that. Like film, like, yeah, it was the centerpiece, but it brought me family and friends. And those people are far, 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 far more important than any of the things that I made, or even the fact that I had found my calling.
Yeah.
And it's so insane that how you were saying how in middle school and stuff, how film was like tearing it all apart.
Yeah.
With friends and family, and like, you know, you lost all your friends all because of like whatever film and theater and acting. I don't know, it's a crazy like full circle.
It's a weird life.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's weird. Listen, for as much as there is an active force in my opinion. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine too.
As much as there is an active force trying to help you, man, there's things that are gonna try and take you down too.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna put a name to it because I don't respect it enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect its power,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
but like, fuck it. Doesn't
Yeah.
need a name.
Well, it was. I mean, I went through the story with you about how I got to it too.
Yeah.
It's a fucking tough road. Like
Yeah.
it's not. It still isn't easy. But something will keep. And if there's a real deep love for this thing and connection to it, whether you know it or not,
You have to.
you're
It'll come
gonna
back to you.
find it. You're
It'll
gonna
come-
find it.
It won't let you go.
Yeah, man.
It
No
won't
way.
let you go.
No way.
But I think that's most people and their identity.
Totally.
You know, you can run from who you are as much as you want, but listen, whether it's painting or filmmaking or doing someone else's taxes,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
we are who we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. It's been a weird. It's weird. I have not recounted this.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I love
man.
that you did,
But it's
totem.
crazy to go through it.
And
love that you did that.
in a while, I appreciate you. Yeah.
For sure, man.
Sitting, bearing through that whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
no, it's-
and then we met.
Yeah, but the weird
No.
the weird thing is I don't really remember meeting you, Dave.
Yeah, I remember. Honestly, I remember. I think it was the first time I met you. I think.
Oh no, I remember you came in. I remember when you came in. You sat in on class.
Yes.
Dave came into class.
I would come in and sit on
and
class.
he
when I
did
came.
repetition, and I remember what you said.
Oh.
No.
What'd he
way.
say?
It struck me because it was he was paying attention to the person across from him, totally paying attention, and you were doing repetition, sitting in a chair just like this, sitting across from him, and he starts. And he's like totally relaxed, totally chilling, because you know he's like the upperclassman coming to like hang out with lower ass, you know, because he's like already been through this
Bro,
stuff.
no.
So he knows. So he comes in and he's
I won't say
chilling.
nothing.
He said, and he's like, the guy's like, I'm wearing a Tupac shirt, and he's like, I'm wearing a Tupac shirt. He's like back and forth a couple times, and he goes, you haven't like breathed in so long, and the guy literally goes. And Dave immediately disarms him.
Wow.
And the guy totally relaxes. And then they start
talking
for real. But I watched you unlock this person in like 3
Yeah.
moves. And I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
This stuff must work.
dude.
Because he was hyper present. But also, that's just Dave.
Yeah, that's
Also,
him.
that's just Dave. That's just
Uh-huh.
you. That's your temperament. That's your mentality. That's who you are. You're
Right.
immediately
Yep.
disarming.
Right.
Yeah.
You're immediately inviting. I want to relax. I want to be my most like
Yeah.
me, because you're the most you.
Right.
Putting on a pretense would be really weird.
Right.
I would
I
have
see
to
that.
be like actively doing something
Yeah.
Yeah.
for some weird reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, like you say that, people say that about me, and I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know how to be any other way. That's always how I've been.
I know, yeah, and fuck you for that.
No,
You know how hard it is for me to be me?
No.
You're like, I just can't help it. I'm just me all the
No.
time.
That's not true. That's not true.
What else
That's
would
not
it
true.
be?
That's not true. No. I mean, like in this disarming like quality you guys are talking about. Like,
I would love to be non-threatening and inviting.
dude,
Yeah,
People look at me and they're like,
same
this guy
here,
wants
bro.
to
Forget it.
attack
Me
me.
too,
Forget
bro.
it.
No, come on.
No, this upperclassman bullshit thing. I wanted to come back and like, because once you pass a certain point, you're not doing repetition no more.
Uh-huh.
You're past it. So like every chance
Mike's
I
like, I
got,
heard about this.
fuck, bro. Damn, man. So
Keep
I
going,
went
keep going,
back
keep
and
going,
just
keep
tried to do
going.
repetition with
I feel you, I feel you, I
my new
feel you.
friends. I was
I
just
feel you.
excited about it, and
You were.
to work out again in that way because
And
it's
I
so
know that, Mike.
essential.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
mhm.
I know. Thank you.
But that was the truth. I was like, oh. Also, I think I was a little intimidated, to be honest.
Oh, bro, intimidated. So talking about intimidated, first impression. This is what I remember about you.
Oh God.
So this is my first encounter with you. You do your scene with Irina. Do you remember this? It was like you guys put up
Oh,
your
scene night.
scenes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What play was that?
Dreamer examines his pillow.
Yes. Okay.
John Patrick
Okay.
Shanley. Shout out John Patrick Shanley. You're the man.
No,
Anytime,
shout out.
anytime,
Shit.
anywhere.
Yo, Sane,
Yeah.
forget this guy. This guy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Second part you have.
No.
Second most important.
No, pick him, John. Pick him. No, so I'm watching Jason and Irina work for the first time. I'd never seen Jason work before. In like a scene. And so, and I don't remember ever speaking to you until this night.
No.
So you see Jason, I have this fucking thing in my head about handsome dudes and how I don't stack up and how my insecurities and shit. And so I'm looking at Jason, I'm like, this motherfucker is way too handsome, bro. Can't be good at acting, dude. No fucking way. No way. You know, like it's like a psycho. Watch Jason do his thing in the arena, and the whole time I'm like fucking mouth open, like, because it's an intense fucking scene.
Yeah.
And they're just matching each other like moment for moment and doing his doing and it means something to him and he's fucking getting it done and it's in this crazy circumstance and I'm like, oh fuck. Like he's got it, you know, like he can do this fucking thing, he really can. But in my head I talked it up and I was like, you know, and I got this and this is my thing, every handsome dude's a jackass, you know. And so go up to him after, I'm like totally humble, like, great job, man. And he's like, thanks, brother. And he's like this.
Oh, apparently I said
Yeah. No. But you were like warm and inviting too. And I was like, oh, he's a nice guy, man. And so it built from that for me was that moment shared with, it was a little thing, but I was like, I watched you work and then like.
You realized I had a really high pitched voice. you're like, he's not threatening. I'm not
No,
afraid of
dude.
this guy.
No. It was my thing. But that was the moment I remember. That was like my first impression of you. And then since then it's been what it's been.
Yeah. That's so
wild
funny.
though, right?
Yeah, that is wild. That's funny. That's the first time you saw that.
Yeah.
That was cheating though.
Wait,
The girl who I did the scene with is now my like very serious long-term girlfriend.
No, but dude,
so it was like it's just cheating. We have chemistry off the
It's
charts.
Still
Yeah.
work.
No,
Chemistry.
totally. No, totally.
Yeah, that's still.
And we
work.
worked really hard on that
Mhm.
because we only would work with each other.
That's months of work, dude. That's
Yeah.
real.
But then me and let's go. You got more.
Yeah,
more
fuck.
questions?
No.
That's question one, huh? So like, what you
What
got?
else you
we-
got in this
we got
notepad,
time.
dude? What's going on?
Honestly, you answered a lot of things that I
Oh,
wanted
shit.
to.
Okay.
I wanted to mention you're in the Marvel universe.
Oh,
Technically.
Yeah.
Right?
you are.
Technically, actually, I don't think so anymore because that show is canceled and
It still was a thing.
yeah, but they're not continuing that as part of this cinematic universe. The TV universe is separate.
Oh,
They're not connected technically.
Oh.
So it doesn't count as part.
So
of the
I am part of a closed loop Marvel.
Well, I think that's better than being just part of it. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah, dude.
in my opinion, I would like to be a little bit bigger part of the Marvel universe. I'm hoping that part is not cutting me out of future potential.
Oh wow, wow. No, it won't. It definitely
No.
won't.
No,
No
bro,
way.
you can play Green Lantern, then you can go be Deadpool.
That's
Come
true,
on, I
that's
can
true,
play
dude.
Stockbroker number 2, and then
You
go
can do
be
Stockbroker
somebody
number 2, bro.
else.
At the bar, man. I watched the scene.
Yeah, I mean, I
Mikey
hope you had
Ross.
10 seconds to spare.
It's great though, dude. You're in a fucking Marvel movie
Oh,
or,
man.
or show.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great, though.
yeah, dude, that was awesome. That was
For sure.
That was
That's a little Jason. You
Dude.
did it, dude.
Yeah.
You're here, bro.
dude. That was hard work. That was a big get.
Yeah,
That-
dude.
that
That's a
was-
big get.
That felt
Yeah.
good.
So with that, I wanted to kind of ask, this is for both of you, but like let's say you get the word that you get that part or something, right?
Yeah.
So
What's that part?
just a part in general, and like any part in a
Any
film
part.
or anything like that.
But like a
you know?
big part. We're not talking about like where I have a name that's not Stockbroker number 2.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that call, so Jason can answer this. I haven't gotten that fucking.
That's
call
why I
yet.
want to make it kind of general. You know?
Yeah.
So
So a big part.
either or, yeah. What?
Big part.
Yeah, let's say a big part. Because obviously,
Okay.
let's say
No small parts.
let's say
That's all right.
let's
That's all
say every part matters.
Yes.
Every part matters.
Stockbroker number 2 mattered.
Stockbroker number
Stockbroker 2 matters.
I wouldn't
No,
have
no.
delayed Luke Cage from doing whatever else he was doing if he wasn't talking to me.
No, but no bullshit. Like every part, you get those nerves.
For
you know
sure.
what I mean?
For sure.
So like, if
sure.
you once you hear that like you're in,
Yeah.
like what's the first thing you do in
What'd you
terms
do?
of like preparation? Like what do you
First thing I do is I call my mom.
Mhm.
call your mom?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
that call must have been so sweet, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. That is the truth.
Hell
That
yeah.
is the first thing I do.
Calling a mom.
Is I'm calling mom, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you for like not, because in my mind, right, you were like, oh, it's any part. Like, no, my mind,
Yeah.
I've already ran with this, and I'm like, this is a big part.
Yeah.
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 Because I'm like, hey, you weren't crazy to believe in me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's the first person. I love you, Dad, but like, my mom's getting the
Yeah.
first call.
For sure.
My mom's getting my first Oscar ticket. She's
Hell
been
yeah.
she's been out there,
Yes.
literally.
Awesome.
But then after that, I don't know about you, but I mean, we talking like, what am I doing mentally, or what am I doing?
Yeah,
like,
let's say-
literally the process.
You wait.
Because I was thinking of it as kind of tips for people that you
For
know
sure.
are getting into acting
sure.
or even like still struggling. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And taking roles and stuff.
Yeah, I'll preface it like this though too. You don't. Your process is your process.
Yeah.
There's personal
Yeah.
shit. You can go into whatever you want, but
Okay.
there's shit that I wouldn't share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't
For
think that's
sure.
interesting.
But shit that definitely
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
do that
You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, honestly, listening to some not everyone. Sometimes it's interesting, but most actors, I feel like when they talk about their process, it sounds similar to me about someone explaining to me their bathing rituals. I'm like, I don't care about how you do it, man.
Give a shit
Just
how
come
you-
out clean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not interesting. No one wants to hear about the
Yeah.
way you clip your toenails.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about it, you
Yeah.
can.
For sure. For sure.
But no, the first thing I'm gonna do, and just in terms of like, and listen, I haven't gotten that. That's not a big like. Listen, we're all in the same place. We're all doing the same things.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it is in no way. Listen, the reason I've made so many films is because no one will hire me. The only person that's hiring me is me,
Yeah.
and I barely want to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's not true.
That's not
But-
true.
that's not true. That's bullshit. But I would think, and this is totally speculative, is that I think you have to have a conversation with yourself and enjoy that moment. Because the moment of accomplishing something before you move into the doer like animal mindset of like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna like do this thing, is remember that like you worked hard for this. And like it has been a long road and you can enjoy it. Even if you're booking all the time, I think you need to take a second and enjoy it. And then after that, it's just getting to work. I mean, I wouldn't say that the nerves for me come right when I get something. It's all balls then.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna crush this.
Yeah.
I'm about to. Everyone's gonna see this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's gonna see me as stockbroker number 2, and I'm gonna be a series regular somehow.
You feel confident right out the
Yeah.
gate.
Oh, I'm like, dude, for some reason, they're going to want this stockbroker to be the next villain against Luke Cage because, like, I look like me and he's going to want to beat me up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I need to beat me up.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but
That's funny.
when it comes is later, is like, not necessarily on set, but like the day or a couple days before.
Mhm.
Especially when I was doing that movie on the vineyard and stuff. It was like a week before, because I like lived on that vineyard for like a week before we shot, so I was like in it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that moment where you're like, oh, am I gonna ruin this? This is all riding on me. When we did Gray,
Yeah.
when we did Gray, I wrote and directed it.
Yeah,
on
the
the
short,
pad
right?
there.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Oh, good.
He's got it.
So that especially because I was directing
Shout
at
out
the
to
same time.
Magnificent Gray.
Yeah, dude, shout out to Magnificent Gray. Coming to a film festival near you,
Yo,
There we
plug
go.
it.
June 6th.
Please plug
dude.
whatever.
June
Wait,
6th?
is this when will this be released?
Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
perfect because tomorrow is actually the day, the 7th.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not
There we
allowed to
go.
talk about it today, but when this comes out, I'll be
There
able to
we
talk about
go.
it. New York International Short Films Festival.
Oh,
We just got our first acceptance.
there we go.
That's huge.
And,
Congrats, dude.
No joke. It's been many, many years of putting in work, and it's
Yeah.
not even the biggest festival in the world. But you know what? It matters to me.
Doesn't
For sure,
matter.
dude.
It matters to you.
It matters to me.
Yes, man, and that's a
Right.
big deal.
Right. So I'm proud of that. I'll be excited to come. You should definitely come check out the movie
For
on the
sure.
big screen.
Yeah,
I would
dude.
Oh
do
hell
that.
yeah.
Plug it.
But I definitely, you have that feeling of, am I going to fuck this up?
Drop the ball. Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but truly, I don't think I do much with that thought except for like, well, it's too late now.
Yeah. Well, there's
Yep.
there is no.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, there's no walking away no matter what. So I'm in this thing.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
guess I'm already doing it. So it's like,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
oh well.
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, I kind of resolve myself to that.
yeah.
Of like, at the end of the day, I'm going to, and this is very, very new thing for me that I've been like really trying to teach myself that is just now starting to take. But at the end of the day, when I am there doing the thing, I will be ready
Mm,
no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I have to know that.
yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter what, it is in me. I am ready. I am born for this. I am who I am. And I can do it.
Yeah,
Got
dude. I think I relate in a lot of ways, but like I'll be totally honest. When I go out for something, it's because it's something I really want to fucking do. And I've talked to you about this, but like I've been getting very selective about the things I'm gonna do and what the stories I'm gonna tell. And after I say, all right, I hear, yeah, let's do this. I want you to do this. Then it's like shot of fear. Like insecurities, you're not good enough, you won't be able to do it. And I do let fear kind of feed my work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No. But I'm being totally, because I think a lot of people are insecure about it if they are working or if they're booking anything.
Yeah, to admit that.
I think it's something you should be able to admit, and I'm definitely afraid at first. And
Fear of failure can do wonders for you.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
I ain't
No, and you
dogging
said
it
that.
at all.
You said that before. You said the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just starting from like that point when I get the call. I'm like, okay. All right, fuck. Okay, gotta research now. I gotta know who the
Yep.
fuck I am, and
Right.
I gotta connect Dave to that thing.
Yep.
Do you get pumped off that though?
Incredibly,
Right? Does that not like jack you up? Like,
Dude.
oh man, I'm gonna get so into this thing.
dude. When I played I worked at a graveyard for like, and I did it for like I called them as soon as I got the part, and I was like, can I like come work with you guys? Like, can I work at the graveyard?
That's awesome.
Because I just wanted to know what it was like. You need
Yep.
to know what it's like.
yeah, you do.
You need to be familiar with it.
love
I
that.
think.
I
I can only speak for myself.
listen. You listen. I got hyper 30 man. I'm
Yeah, dude. No, I'm speaking of the guy who's saying the same.
I
language.
get it, man.
But
there is a limit, but like
for sure
there is a
for
limit.
sure.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So I do work out of fear at first,
Mm.
and then once those things start connecting, it's like
It transfers into confidence.
totally. It's just living at some point.
Well, I feel like you realize the kind of the debt that you've now given yourself in terms of work,
Sure.
right?
For
You
sure.
all of a sudden the balance sheet comes out, and I look at my deficit of how much work I need to put in to be ready, and then I just start making deposits,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? Until I kind of reach that point, and then the confidence.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, this is all money. at
Yeah.
this
Throw
point.
anything at me right now, and I'll be able to
Yeah.
handle myself. you
And
know?
that's the point you want to get to.
For sure. Because everyone's gonna be afraid.
But
you know, like I don't. I mean, have you ever met somebody or worked with somebody who just like didn't do any work and was just knocked it out of the park?
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I have. I have worked with true naturals.
Whoa.
Yeah, the real thing, the real deal in that way. I have seen that of that someone who, then when they work,
Yeah.
they instantly tell themselves,
This
this
it?
is the scenario. You're my brother. Our dad just died, and now I have to go off to the military.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
And then they're just like, and it's real.
Yeah.
And it's real to them.
Yeah.
Here is.
I wish I was that.
No, you don't.
Dude,
no,
fuck
you
no, you
don't.
don't.
Fuck.
Because here is the there's a cost for everything.
Okay.
Those people that I know who have been like that, they do that in their real life too. They tell themselves what their reality is, and they just believe it, whether it's true or not.
Right.
That is not a power that they control, really.
Yeah.
And so they have a lot of trouble really dealing with the real world.
Got you.
Because it's all malleable. If you don't like it, you can change it. Denial, creating your own reality, is a very real thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Telling yourself what you want to hear. It was very scary to me when I first saw it because I was also attracted to this thing. You know what I mean? This person's got command of the Force.
Yeah. You're magic.
Right. They're magic.
Yeah.
They're the real thing.
Yeah.
And then I saw the real toll on what it was, and I was like, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that at all. It's very scary, actually. And here's the other thing, and I'm just saying this is just my opinion. If someone wants to disagree with me, they're fine. I don't really know anything about anything anyway.
Right.
We're
all just talking.
I'm just a big, dumb idiot.
Fuck it.
I don't even know where I am right now. You know what I mean?
Where am I?
You are here. I don't know where that is. I don't know.
I'm in a house somewhere. I don't know where I am.
I have no idea where I am.
Yeah.
But that being said, I find that those people have a really hard time not just playing themselves.
Yeah.
Because they don't really use any craft. They just use that power.
Right.
So they kind of just do that. And it's amazing and it's beautiful and it's live and it's organic and it'll win you the room most times.
Totally.
But I do find that to be a repetitive
Cool.
thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely different side, yeah.
You've met the naturals. I mean, I probably have too, but I'm not clocking. Maybe.
There's one that we mutually know that I will tell you later.
Got you.
And you'll be like, oh.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to say is when you were talking before about the insecurities coming through and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, one thing I really love seeing is when we work at the cafe back in the day. I mean, you're not there anymore, bro. I'm not even there anymore. You know, I'm not doing much either.
Okay.
But
oh my God, breaking
when
news.
I would come in, right, and you're there, and you got the whole playbook, you got the script out, and you're I look at it, you're like, oh, take a look, and then I just see it's covered, dude.
Yeah.
And your outside is so calm, but then on the page I see your real thoughts and everything on it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm it's crazy to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel it's inspiring, to see that.
Right. Well,
You know
dude,
what I mean?
it's out of, if I don't know everything,
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scramble.
Yeah.
I can connect to a person in the moment. I can listen pretty well, and it'll be okay. But there's nothing in me that wants to just be okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing in me that just wants to be. I want you to watch something that I'm in, and connect that much to it. Do you know what I'm saying? I really want a person who,
For the one.
yeah. If it's one person
For the one.
who says
That's who it's worth it for.
it doesn't matter how many. If
Right.
there's one who says,
It's for the one.
"Oh my, that's exactly how I feel, dude," and thank you for just opening yourself up and letting me see it.
Yep.
If it's one, then I did my job.
Yeah.
And I honestly can lay down at night and be like, I don't care if nobody sees the movie. I don't care if it doesn't make money. I don't care. It's not my concern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work for the chance, dude, I think, for myself, to move one person truthfully, for one person to feel. I wrote this down. How many people live a day without feeling seen by another? I journaled that. That's what I'm after. In my shit.
That I would agree.
Yeah.
The thing that I've come to as well is that it's for the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be for the one.
Because you were the one.
I was the one.
I was the one.
Exactly. If there's one kid out there, and that kid is sitting alone in their house and they can watch a movie or something or see something that I was in and they think to themselves oh, that's it. I'm not alone.
That's it, dude.
I'm not alone.
That's innately, I think, been put into your heart since that happened to you. And you've been working nonstop to give that to another person. One.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
you gotta do it for that. I don't know. Listen, I think people do things for a lot of reasons,
And they do. It's not maybe not just that.
and it doesn't have to be my reason. But
No.
but yeah, I do think, and you do the work for the one.
Totally.
But here's my question:
Oh boy.
have you ever not done the work
Ooh.
and had a result better than you would have expected?
Never.
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 I've maybe because of a time restriction or something. I was climbing a ladder up a mountain or a home, and it was on the wrong house because I was doing the work that I shouldn't have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that lesson too. You could work your ass off and be working in a direction that's not serving the story at all.
That I agree with.
And so I did that before, and I found very quickly that
So, really,
my work lacked.
I think from your story and what you went through,
Yeah.
like you will never do that.
I will never
think.
like knowing myself
Yes.
allow myself to do that.
But here's the question: is it because you tell yourself?
It's the stories we tell ourselves.
Is it because you tell yourself, "I haven't done enough work. I'm not ready"?
Maybe.
Have you ever told yourself that no matter what, no
Mhm.
matter how much work you did,
Yeah.
little, enough, not enough? I mean, because that's not quantifiable, right?
Right. You'll
Yeah.
never.
Enough is not a quantifiable thing.
Right.
It's
Right.
not. There's not 10 ready
I'm
points.
logging 65 hours this week.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
whatever.
No.
Yeah.
But no matter what,
Yeah.
when it's time to go,
Right.
that you're ready.
I mean,
More than enough. It's always in you.
there's a let go element to this thing every time. So no matter if you do work, don't do work, whatever, you have to say, I'm letting go.
Because listen, I think the interesting thing is for someone like you,
Yeah.
you're gonna do the work.
Mhm.
You're always gonna do the work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know you very well, but from the looks of
Oh,
it,
he's for sure.
You're
gonna
quite
do the
prepared.
work, dude.
you're quite
Do the
prepared,
work.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
I might do the
Mikey
work.
is work. He just work
But
embodied.
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying. But you do
Yeah.
the work,
human. Yeah.
right? So really, your job is never gonna be to worry about doing the work.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more time spent telling yourself that you got it
Yeah.
and it's enough.
Could be.
Yeah.
And that no matter what, when it comes time to do the thing, you're a fucking killer.
Yeah.
And you got it.
Yeah, dude.
You got it. A little bit of self love, boys.
Yeah,
a
dude.
little bit of that
gotta do
self
it.
love.
I'm gonna read this to you. I journaled this. Could be a poem. Could just be a journal entry. I don't know.
mean, I'm gonna get
Maybe
comfortable.
both. I'm gonna read this to you, bro,
Oh shit.
because we are here.
We're here. You are here.
Okay, I wrote. So how many people live a day without feeling seen by another? And then I wrote, I think that's what we do here, or what we should do. There's going to be a day when I won't feel this anymore, when my body will be changed forever. I won't be as young as I am now. I won't see the people I see now. There will be absences and holes where life used to be. And so now I have much to be grateful for. And that's it.
Go back. Can you read the part about absences and holes again?
Yeah, there will be absences and holes where life used to be.
Go on.
And so now I have much to be grateful for. Because I can go crazy. I think a lot of us, I mean, I think everybody does. You get kind of caught in preparing for a part or just moving through your days.
Mhm.
And I just, for some reason, I was like, I just want to take a second to be like, to write out my thoughts, because I was feeling very like I'm missing something here. Because this this is all cool. Like we're doing a podcast. It's all awesome. And we're hanging out and it's fun. But it's easy to check out of a moment and say like, well, this is only going to happen one time right now. I get to share this now in this body that's young for right now and healthy. And with you guys who I'm not going to see at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was cool to, I don't know.
I like it.
It was just, I would, but that's,
No.
I just want to read it.
No,
out
it's
loud.
very
Trusted the impulse.
yeah.
I like the holes
yeah.
and how like it's kind of like accepting, let's say,
It's fleeting.
It's fleeting.
It's fleeting.
Mm-hmm.
Life is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
you, dude. Fleeting.
Well,
You always.
super
Always.
grateful right now for this moment we get to share for real, in a totally honest
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for this moment.
Yeah,
I think that's why I enjoy doing this so much, is because we hit the pause button. There's no time here, and we really get to share in something that's gone after it's gone.
Yeah.
I think that's why I love acting, and just being friends like with
For
each
sure.
other. I really enjoy it. So I just wanted to take a second, and we can say fuck you to it now, but just wanted to take a second
Damn.
because now I'm
man.
getting self-conscious about it. But
No.
Oh yeah, I'm like, what's happening?
but
What's happening right now?
yeah,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm just trusting every impulse.
Yeah,
and
dial
come
back.
on, bro.
Dial
yeah,
back.
I'm the dial back. But
back to where you're
Gratitude.
where you're loving this moment.
Yes.
yeah.
Because That's fucking beautiful, man.
Hell yeah.
It's just cool. I don't know. It's not cool to talk about, but it's. I think it's very cool.
It's cool and cool to talk about.
Yeah.
Of that, like, listen, Dave. That's cool, man.
Thanks, dude.
That's cool. You know what's cool about that is that was nothing on that page.
Word. Yeah.
That was nothing. That page was blank,
Yeah.
and you put that down. And
Yeah.
now it's something.
Yeah.
And then now you shared it with us
Yeah.
right now here in this moment, and then someone else can listen to that
Right.
later on,
Yeah.
and it lives on.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's cool, dude. That's super cool.
It is.
You
It
know
took
what
me
I
a long
mean?
time to get to that point where
That's
I
what I'm saying. Like, you
say
should be
something like that.
like really proud and like love that.
Mhm.
I
The
am.
fact that you guys are doing this thing, right? Let me just take a second
Uh-oh.
to like
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
some
no.
proper love on this.
Oh,
Of
thanks,
that, like,
Aw.
making stuff is hard
Yes.
and it's not always fun, and like, but you guys are putting something out there, and I think it's really cool.
Thanks,
I
dude.
think it's really
man.
cool, and like, it's all going in the right direction.
Yeah, it feels that way.
You know what I
What does
mean?
it feel like for you? I want to get your take right now.
Yeah, 15 sessions in.
It
Yeah,
feels-
let me
15?
turn the
Can we
Oh, no.
get on mic for a
turn
second.
the mic on mic.
Yeah.
Mic on mic.
What's going on with
Uh-oh.
you, bro? How do you feel? We're in
I feel
episode 15.
great, dude.
We started this thing in my fucking loft space, and
Yeah, on
you
a
came
couch,
over
bro.
on a couch, and he was
And
like,
every episode of that, I'm like, we're like leaning up, like, "Hi guys, what's
fucking
up?"
cramped
For
up
like
on a
2
couch.
hours.
The cramped couch podcast it was.
Yeah.
No, but I was kind of filling in Jason before. We were, we just met at work, and we got to know each other real well.
Yeah.
Started hitting it off, and you came to me and said, "I think we should do a podcast. I think it'd be pretty cool." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, man, of course." And he came over one day with his equipment. It wasn't this. It was a couple mics and
Yeah.
a little tiny mixer, and we're like, let's do a test episode. And we just did the whole thing.
Yeah.
We had a conversation like this one for an hour and a half, and like, well, I think we got episode 1. You know, it was like it went like that, kind of seamless. And but yeah, like, how's the journey been for you? Like, how do you feel right now? Just in the present moment,
In the present,
right now.
you know what it is? I feel very calm now. Because especially like, I don't know, just everything aside from this is very like all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I always got this to come back to, that I know it's going to be here,
Yeah.
and that it's always a positive space
Got you.
to always go back to.
Yeah.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
So I love having that
Yeah.
every time, you know?
Yeah.
And sharing with you and every guest that we have with you, and like, I don't know, these great people that you always bring in.
Yeah. I love doing that. I love that you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to meet, the people from my world.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I get, because this is all my world, but like
Mhm.
now you're a part of this too.
For
And
sure.
I don't know. It's just, I like, and we're sharing thoughts, and like, you're learning from Jason's experience, just like I am right now.
You're
And-
bringing me like people like experience, like, I mean, putting it like technically, it's like you're bringing me people that have been doing things in the like industry that I want to be in.
For
you
sure,
know?
for
Which
sure.
is like, I'm
It's
internally
It's
grateful.
a unique tutelage.
Yeah, it's
Very
weird.
unique. Very
Because I'm just sitting here like listening.
Soaking
A
it
lot of
up.
the time, I'm just listening. Like, God
Dude,
damn,
that's a really
crazy.
cool way to think of this podcast, though. You have a literal, quantifiable, like, digestible journey
Yeah,
of your own, like, growth and like soaking in of this
Yeah.
stuff.
for sure.
Podcast renamed "The Miseducation of Mike."
Dude, honestly, like,
That's what you gotta name this episode: "Miseducation of Mike."
I'm gonna
We'll
be
put
real.
that.
I'm gonna pull the Wizard of Oz curtain
Uh-oh.
to the side right now, and let you in on some secrets
Uh-oh.
that I've been hearing. And people may be upset about this because it was supposed to be under wraps, but you've got a lot of fans, dude.
Me?
Yes,
No
man.
way, dude.
I'm gonna be real.
outta
Plus
here.
one right now, dog.
Get outta here,
Plus one
dude.
right
You know how
now.
many? Listen, you know how many people come to me and say, "It's nuts," and I
No.
totally see where they're coming from. I love to see Mike just talk about his life, to open up a bit more every time he speaks. just to see where you've come from and where you are now. It's how many months has it been?
I don't know, dude. Like 2, 3. I don't know.
It's been about 3 months, I think.
Yeah, it's so weird. It feels weird.
It's weird, but
Yeah.
like it's honestly, people are huge fans of you, dude.
I don't believe it.
There's so
dude.
much love coming your way, and I'm so fucking for it. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
believe it at all.
And you're a good vessel for that.
Oh, but
Oh yeah, dude.
he deserves
Yeah, last
it.
episode you were pushing me for
Fuck yeah,
selling.
man.
You're selling me on the podcast.
Tell me.
dude.
I got this thing. I got this thing.
You always got something, dude.
I got this thing. Where is it, Mike? Here it is. It's 300 writing prompts.
Uh oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask you one too. I'm gonna ask you just both one,
Oh god.
but I want to get an answer from you.
From
And
me?
of course, Jason.
It's okay.
No, no, but I just want to give Mikey his due right now.
Okay.
He needs to share a bit.
Okay.
Ooh. What would you like said about you at your funeral?
That's dude. What?
Yeah, think about it. Think about
I
it.
never thought about that before.
I know. It's kind of a cool question to think about. I'm there. Everyone's there.
I don't care.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Think about it.
I don't know. That takes a while to think about.
Yeah. No, I know.
First thing that comes to your head.
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I can't think of anything.
That's okay.
Oh, okay. So maybe I inspired someone. Kind of the reason why I kind of do what I do now. I
Yeah.
don't know. Same
the
thing.
one.
Kind of live
Inspire the
a whole
one.
mission my whole life.
Yeah. That's in you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Word. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's a nice thing to say. If someone said that
Yeah.
about me, I'd be really happy.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you?
Let's go to Jason on this
Ooh.
one. I know you got an answer.
You do?
Yeah. Jason's always
Oh,
armed with an answer.
I'm ready.
You know, you want to hear my first thought?
Yeah.
My very first thought.
Yeah.
I'm gonna preface. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I don't know what this says. I don't know what this says about me. First thought, you're like, what do you want people to say about your funeral? First thought, fucks like a champion till the end.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I want my really old wife to get up in front of everyone and be like, he was still
Pumping till the
Oh,
last
still
man.
got it. All
Just
the way to the end.
92-year-old.
Just like whatever it
Slanging.
takes. Avengers Endgame style, whatever it takes. But that's messed up. But that's actually not messed up because
No,
that'd be
no.
like such a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
Like,
That is super
everyone's
funny.
really sad and be like, everyone, I just want you to know that like he was still like a champion until the end. Because that's what
Just to clear the air.
listen. If you're really old, then because I'm hoping at my funeral I was very,
Very
old,
old, yeah.
right? That like, what a funny, fun thing
It's
to like
great.
break the ice into this thing of like, hey, like, it's not that serious.
That's kind of the thing I thought. Like I
man.
was talking about this yesterday. I was
Yeah.
like a song I would want to be played at my funeral.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was thinking
What
that
song?
Montel Jordan, "This Is How We Do."
Oh
It.
my
It's like going in.
God.
They're bringing me out. This is how we do it. Come on, dude.
You have to do it on Friday night.
Feels
You have
so
to do it
good.
on a Friday?
Yo, I got it done on Friday.
Nah.
Um,
Fuck.
But
Oh
no,
man.
something like that. But then I guess
I'm
if
never gonna unhear that. No.
Oh no,
That's
that's it.
it.
We're
You gotta
doing it now,
hook me
That's
up,
it.
bro.
Dude, I'll be gone by the time you.
Nah, bro,
Yeah,
we'll
dude,
see.
please.
dude. So
That's fantastic.
So very truthfully though, what do I want someone to say at my funeral? It's really, really simple. I've thought about this. All I really want is actually for my son or daughter. That's where it comes down to, right? I want a son or daughter to be able to stand up and say, he was a good man.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And that's it's cheesy
Yeah.
as that is, that's the truth.
Yeah.
If at the very end my kids, and maybe by then they'll have kids, can be like, I loved my dad.
Yeah.
He was a good man and he taught me how to be an adult and how to love and how to care. And he loved unconditionally.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
I'm taking that answer too.
Straight up.
But-
I'm thinking the same thing. When I
Yeah.
worked at the graveyard, I would walk around and like read like a psycho.
As one does.
Yeah. Just like try to connect to these people who passed and see what, it was just a name. It'd be a name. And then every time, without fail, on each of the headstones would be beloved father, beloved mother. It's not what you take away when you leave, or what people remember you for, is the relationship they had with you. It's not what you had. It's not what you did, or what you did counts, but like, it's not the things you collected. It's the relationships that you shared.
Right.
So I think that was the lesson.
Right.
Yeah.
You only, the only thing that ever matters about what you did in your life is what you're remembered by.
For sure.
And the only people that really remember you are the people closest to you.
Yeah.
Like, listen, the three of us right now could make Best Picture next year, and in 50 years, no one's going to give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, your son or daughter will remember you their entire life.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
And grandchild, and
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Or your spouse.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm super down to make Best Picture with you guys.
Yeah, right.
that being said, like, if you guys
Totally.
trying to throw something
Totally,
together,
dude.
I'm free. I'm
Oh,
available.
man.
I'm
I'm thinking about time now. I'm thinking about like time being
Oh God. Here we go.
I'll
Time's
just hold it in, Mike.
No. Go,
I thought we were gonna get another prompt.
You want another?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna
yeah.
get another one.
Yeah, it's not that I don't love.
Yeah,
mic
we're running late, but
Are we? What are we on?
140, dude.
Oh shit. Okay, this one quick. See,
But it's fine. It's fine.
this happens all the time.
It's fine.
Not gonna end it though. I'm gonna keep it rolling.
Sorry that like probably about 75%
Hey man,
of this
don't be
podcast
sorry.
Don't you ever
was
be sorry.
devoted to
Don't
me
ever be
trying to
sorry
get to
again.
the point where I met Dave.
But
Took
we
a couple
got there,
hours,
dude.
but it's all
Question
right.
one:
We
how
got
did you
it.
meet Dave? Well, I was born.
Dude.
Then in 1 month old. You know what they say? Give a mouse a cookie.
Give him. What did they say?
Give a mouse a cookie. Who want a glass of milk?
Oh wow, I never heard that.
What?
I've never heard that.
Bro,
That's
shout out
Missouri.
Tom and Jerry.
That's Missouri, dude. It's a stupid one.
That's not stupid.
Yeah, these guys suck, dude.
Well, then don't worry about it.
No, we'll get one.
We got the gem.
Let's do this one.
Is there anything else on the
List
list? you wanna-
25 things you'll never do.
Oh, yeah,
No,
what
we're
else
not
is on
list
that list?
25 things.
What? Number one, finish this
Is there
list.
anything on your list that you wanted to ask Jason?
Oh, I wanted
to
to. I
or talk about?
think we're good with questions unless you want to do a prompt.
I'll do it.
One weird thing I kind of experienced is last night I had a little binge, dude. I stayed up,
Yes, you did.
watched Good Will Hunting, right,
Mhm.
and Wolf of Wall Street.
That's one of my favorite movies. Good Will Hunting.
Dude,
I can imagine that.
I can't.
Why is that?
Oh, Dave, it's just you.
Yeah.
It's got you written all over.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Dave.
Dave. As he
Dave.
it's not just his beard. Dave, sit down, Dave. I gotta talk to you.
Dave.
I gotta fill you in, kid.
Let me just really quickly break this down for you.
Oh,
Okay?
Oh shit.
Good Will Hunting is about a dude who has untapped potential,
Right.
who works his way through his own issues to learn how to love better and serve those around him
Right.
with the help of a mentor
Yes.
and his friends closest to him.
Yes.
Does this not sound
I'm
familiar?
gonna find a question. Find a
But
prompt.
Dave, let me just point out the most important part about Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. The part that I want you to hear.
Yeah.
His talent is real.
Yes. Okay.
It's not in his head. And there's nothing he needs to do
Yeah. No.
to be Good Will Hunting. There's nothing he needs to do to be that guy, to be that talented, to be that
Right.
smart. He just is that guy.
Right.
He can try and be
And you are that guy.
Dude, stop.
he can try and be whoever with his friends, blah blah blah. But the truth is, he's a super talented guy
Right.
who deserves all the good things coming to him. I just want you to know that's the most important part about Good Will
Appreciate
Hunting.
that. Thank you.
I don't know what you're
Thank
talking
you.
about. I'm just talking about Good Will Hunting.
I know. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for filling me in on Good Will Hunting.
I know. I've watched a lot of movies.
But then I went to.
Have you ever been attacked by an animal? That's one of the...
Yes, Chihuahua.
Oh, there we go.
Right there.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
What were you saying?
So I ended with Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Too long.
All
Not too-
Scorsese's movies are too long.
Super too
Sorry,
long.
Martin.
But
Anytime, anywhere, I'll
I'm
get you coffee.
there.
But
still,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
like,
Casino, so long.
you ever watch something and then the next day it's just like, I don't know what I was feeling,
Yeah.
but at my one job I kind of do a little bit of like, kind of like computer work,
Right.
paperwork kind of stuff, little phone call. I'm sitting there.
Something
And
this
I'm sitting next to the boss guy. I'm like, yeah, we gotta do this. You know, we got this guy paying. We got someone. They're 3 months late on the rent.
Oh, you're popping.
You know,
off.
and then the guy's like, what happened?
You watched Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
Dude.
and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that Jordan Belfort in you.
Yeah, dude.
You
But
found your
I don't know.
Jordan.
It's weird how after I just like feel.
Yeah,
Like
you're
jacked
moved.
up.
You're a
Dude,
little-
that
you're a
movie is
little
like
changed.
literally
that
like
thing
2
is-
hours and 35 minutes of just like pure
yes.
cocaine.
Yeah.
Like it's literally him like
It's fucking
with his
awesome, dude.
fucking hand in a flight attendant's mouth in an orgy. Like, that is in that movie. That is in there. And you're wondering why the next day you're like, man, I feel lamped up.
Sitting at my computer like writing these numbers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, yesterday I've been trying to get to this all day. Yesterday,
I know. Shit.
I watched for the first time As Good as It Gets.
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen
too.
parts.
I'm not gonna spoil anything
As
for you
Good as It Gets.
because this movie, put it to the top of your list.
We'll watch it tonight.
Here's the reason you
That's
don't
on-
know
that's on
about
the
it.
homework.
Tonight.
It came out in 1997. You know what else came out in 1997?
Titanic.
Titanic.
I knew it.
So this movie is perfect. It's like perfect, and yet it's not Titanic, right? It's not a spectacle. So that's why it's not as famous and stuff like that. But it's Jack Nicholson and Holly Hunt, and Greg Kinnear. This movie will
The
never.
last one.
This movie will never ever fly today, by the way, because
Really?
Jack Nicholson plays like a crotchety,
Misogynist.
like misogynist,
Yeah.
racist,
Yeah.
terrible human. But it's all about him learning to like love and appreciate life.
Yeah.
I have not been so emotionally invested
Wow.
in a movie, and it's like not a romantic comedy. They don't make movies like this anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, it's about a guy who's an author he's OCD,
Yeah.
and he goes to the same restaurant once a day or once a week that Holly Hunt
Hello.
is the waitress at, and across from him lives Greg Kinnear, who is a painter who's also gay. And it's all about basically all these things that happen in their life over the course of, I don't know, maybe a year or so, that kind of brings them all together and like heals them. But Jack Nicholson, and it's never explained in the movie. Right?
Right.
I know I'm just like stealing this time to talk about it As Good as It Gets, but like it was so good that I need to
No,
process
for
it.
sure.
I need to
For sure.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Is that like they never ever get into his backstory. Ever.
Right.
Ever. They never explain why he is the way he is. But he cannot say something nice to someone.
Wow.
Because he's so afraid of being hurt. They never say this. This is my thing.
Yeah.
So afraid of being hurt that he can't do it.
Whoa.
So he is always mean to everyone.
Just to save himself.
He just can't help it. He just compulsively he's OCD.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
compulsively says mean things to people.
Whoa.
And it's Jack Nicholson. Right? So these things burn right through you.
Yeah.
Like, right. And so anyway, so I'm watching this movie and I'm like, they don't make movies like this anymore.
Yeah.
There is no stakes beyond personal. No stakes beyond personal. There's stakes, right? They do a good job of making stakes. The Great Kinnear, I'm not spoiling it really for you. Well, you gotta see it.
I gotta see.
I'm not gonna
Gotta
run
watch
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna run it. But
Ever.
I'm just gonna say this.
All right.
That like I watched it in awe, and I was like, listen, the movies, the things that I am interested in making, just on the kind of the writing side of the things that I find myself drawn to, are kind of like the Taylor Sheridan vibe of like Hell or High Water, or like
Yeah.
Sicario,
Yeah,
or Prisoners, and like that's just kind of my vibe.
Right.
That's the stuff I like.
Prisoners,
Small
right.
scale crime stories,
Mhm.
right? I could never make this movie
Mm.
ever. And maybe that's why it was so beautiful. When you talk about taste changing,
Yeah.
if I would have watched this movie maybe 10 years ago, I'd be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
touched me so personally that I've been like shook all day today.
Wow.
I've been shook. I've just been like, wow, what, ever be able to make something that good?
Yeah.
And the acting is just unreal.
Mhm.
And it's not like today's acting.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
It's not. It's not the ultra gritty thing that you see these days. It's like a movie from the 50s, you know? But like the acting is so good. And Nicholson is so good.
Yeah.
He's the most,
Jack.
dude.
Yes.
I really think, and I'm gonna put this down.
You're gonna. Oh, it's down. If it's on tape.
I'm gonna put this down.
Okay.
I think he may be the greatest.
What's happening? What's happening right now?
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
was thinking about this last night.
Okay.
I'm watching Jack. Jack Nicholson is the only actor who is 100% himself and 100% the character the entire time.
Okay. You do. That's a good
I
point.
kind of gotta agree.
That's a good point.
From
It's,
what
it's a good point. It's worth exploring. That's a good point.
It's unreal.
That's
It's so truthful that you forget.
that you're watching Jack Nicholson.
That you forget that that's not the way Jack Nicholson is.
That's the thing, man. Is that like that? There's what is that?
Even when he's playing the Joker.
It's such a weird paradox because he's himself.
Right. He's Jack.
He's Jack.
He's Jack.
Yeah, dude.
And he's
And
doing
everything.
this thing.
And everything.
Everything.
But then how do you forget that it's Jack?
And yet he's so good.
Dude, what is that?
Like, look, you watch The Shining, right? I believe it. 100%.
Yes.
You are that guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's Jack Nicholson
That's
also.
Jack Nicholson.
Right? And then I watch As Good as It Gets.
Yeah.
You are this guy. You're this
Yeah.
OCD dude who has to turn the doorknob 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
I believe it. Maybe it's just the parts he picks. Maybe the best of all time is not the right moniker, right? Because I don't know how you quantify that.
Right. It's totally.
But in terms of whatever that is,
he does it.
whatever that quality is,
Yeah.
it is unreal.
Yeah.
It made me want to be a better actor.
Yeah, man. Yes, dude.
Hell yeah.
It made me want to be a better.
Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah.
What a
And
gift.
and I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but I just dropped you a little Easter egg
Okay.
right there that you can come
Thank
back
you.
to.
Thank you.
I'm watching it tonight.
If
That's
you've
all I'm
seen As
saying.
Good as It Gets, you know what I just did.
I gotta.
I'm watching it tonight.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Oh, it is on Netflix.
I'm watching it tonight.
Done deal.
Oh,
All right. We gotta wrap up.
We gotta.
Okay.
We're doing this.
Okay.
Okay.
We're wrapping up.
Okay.
I might just keep it going.
No,
man.
you
Hey,
won't,
thanks
dude.
for letting me do my As Good as It Gets.
Hell
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I've been dying.
You've been dying to do that.
I've been dying to do it
Okay,
all
we
day.
did it, bro. We did it. Okay. Describe your favorite photograph. That's the last one. Oh, why is that such a great fucking prompt?
It's worth 1,000 words.
Yes,
Duh.
yes. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna shoot a foul shot. What was the thing? I have mine.
What's yours?
It is my mother and I think at the time like a year and change old. And it's my mother had long hair. She had long blonde hair, and it was like hair sprayed like crazy, and it's like caught in the breeze, and she's like smiling from ear to ear, and like looking at me, and I'm a kid, like, and I think I was looking at her in the photo, and we're at my uncle's beach house on the deck, which I remember, and it captured my mother's beauty in her youth so much so, and it captured what I think when my mother was at her happiest, which is fucking crazy because it's with me as a kid, so it hits like a huge nerve. But that photo's like burned into the back of my skull. That photo, like forever. That is like the photo.
That was super visceral.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
It don't have to be nothing crazy.
Dude,
Just that's the first one that comes to my
I
mind. 'cause
take
it's
a
the one.
lot of photos, like
Yeah,
film and stuff.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like
Oh yeah, I saw your cameras over there.
a lot of. I mean, the first thing that came to my mind, I guess I could say, I have a lot of favorite photos. In terms of like stuff I've had like myself or in my family, I'll say two. So one in my family was when I was younger, I used to go on like camping trips
Yeah.
a lot of the time,
Yeah.
and it's just this photo of like we're just at like just a wooden table
Yeah.
at this like place we used to go to in Pennsylvania all the time, and it's just the four of us together in a thing,
Uh-huh.
and it's just very like, there's nothing really that special. It's just like, I don't know.
But it means something.
Yeah, it's just like
What is that
a
to you?
peaceful, I don't know, time. I guess I felt that was maybe the time that we were most together,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yes, man.
in life.
Yep.
Mm.
Because now it's very like, I mean, my brother lives across the world.
Shout out Sebastian.
Shout out
Thank you for
Sebastian,
helping
definitely
out
watching.
with everything. Sebastian's
The
like
man.
our behind the scenes guy now.
Hell yeah,
I love
dude.
you.
Seabass.
He's our marketing director.
He's killing it.
Bro.
He's
Hell yeah.
killing it.
But I don't know. It's just when I think of my family, like I think back to that time
Because that's
when we were having, like when we
was-
were together, and you know,
it's like a time capsule. It's
Yeah.
like it's like
Yeah, yeah,
preserves
yeah, yeah.
that time for you.
like if I open something that I dug 50 years ago,
Yeah.
when I'm 50 years older,
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be in there.
Totally. Totally.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, you guys have good ones.
Is there a photo that popped? It doesn't have to be crazy. It could be
Yeah, it could just be
it
the
could be
first thing
something
that
that
came
just
to your head.
pops to your mind that is in you somewhere.
You know, it's weird. I didn't think family really until you guys said
Yeah.
that. But the first family photo
Yeah.
that popped into my mind is there's this picture. I don't know what this says about me. There's a picture that exists, and it is of my dad,
Yeah.
my sister, who's 6 years older than me, who's actually she and I have different dads, so that's not her dad.
Mhm.
Right.
But we were young and like
Yeah.
lived together. And my mom's not in the picture.
Mm.
And it's me and my dad and my sister. I guess my mom took the picture. And we're in the ocean. And I viscerally remember
Mm-hmm.
not wanting to go into the deep water.
Whoa.
And I am freaking out, screaming
Yeah.
that I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And my dad, he's dad, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so he's walking me into the deep water, and my sister's swimming along.
Whoa.
And I have this visceral memory of just freaking out,
Yeah.
just no. And I don't know, I don't remember taking the photo.
Yeah.
I don't remember it at all, but there is a photo
Of that moment.
of my dad, my sister, and my dad's holding me. My dad is smiling, and my sister is smiling, and I'm like
wow.
like in mid screech, just
Yeah.
losing my shit, like weeping.
that photo exists.
And it's funny, but it's also like really sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
And I don't know what about that is stuck in my memory.
Yeah.
But that photo, especially like my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so weird seeing two people smiling and acting normal and someone having a terrifying experience, like
Fuck yeah,
meltdown.
man.
Yours is very much the opposite of mine.
No.
But for
No,
some
but that's-
reason,
It
that
takes you straight back though.
but it's such a weird.
Well, there's things associated with like
Yeah.
mine that are like painful as fuck,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I think that's why
Yeah.
I'm so drawn to it.
Yeah. I mean, probably yours too. The
The
funny thing is
separating
I don't
things.
feel, until I talk about it, I don't feel any pain involved.
Right.
with it. I think it's really funny that this photo exists.
Right. Totally.
But now that we're talking about it, I'm like,
You dive like one layer deeper.
right. I'm like, there's something about my own expression.
Yeah.
Narcissist.
Narcissism, man. It's fucking
No,
just
it's
thinking.
good. Yeah. There's something about my expression and my dad's expression and my sister's expression that has always really stuck with me
Mhm.
because I'm in between.
Yeah.
And so it's like two smiles sandwiching like crushing despair.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I don't know, there's something really like poetic about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and and the funny thing to me is that I'm terrified of the water and I'm in his arms like above the water.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
even in deep water. So
Yeah.
it says something really weird about fear in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of that, like the people around you know you're fine.
Yeah.
But if
But
you
you don't-
but if you think you're in danger, if you think you're in trouble, you're gonna freak out.
Totally.
I don't know what it all I don't know what it all means, guys.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
I like
It's up
thinking
to your
about it, dude.
interpretation.
I really like that. Thank you for sharing
I'll
that.
try and find
For
that
sure.
photo.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cool.
Another one I
wanna
have
keep
is
talking.
sorry.
No.
Another picture. I have,
wait,
one
you
more
too.
photo. Yeah.
yeah, is it's kind of sad, but I went past it. It's of a girl I used to be with, and it was like when I took this picture, it was when I realized like I fell in love with her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was at like her birthday,
Whoa.
and she was like blowing out candles,
whoa.
and I like snapped it perfectly, and it was like all black and white and everything, and super like I don't know.
Oh, I want to see this.
And I
photo.
remember
Can we see
Do you
it
still have that
afterwards?
photo? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I could probably pull it up.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember like because like obviously I have to develop the photos.
Yeah.
And like, and you gotta open an envelope and you look through them all, and I remember you look at it, you're like, well, what the fuck? Really weird. But yeah, that's that
Damn.
Thanks for sharing that.
for
Yeah.
sure. So I
What-
know you're gonna be sad, but we gotta end it.
Okay. I'm gonna get better at this ending things.
I know
I hate
the
it.
moment has come
I hate it.
and
Dude.
it is going, but we appreciate it. So
I appreciate it for what
So?
it is.
Jason,
Jason.
you have. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
First of
thank
all,
you,
Thanks for
brother.
having me.
if
guys.
you have
It's been
anything
awesome.
coming up, obviously you were
Yeah,
talking about the
let's plug
film,
some
the film
things.
festival. Plug where you at,
Yeah.
where we could find you, or we could reach out to you,
Yeah, Instagram.
Oh,
anything
word.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool. So definitely come to the New York International Short Film Festival,
Mhm.
June
There we go.
6th.
Where's it at?
It is at Cinema East in
Cinema
the
East.
Village.
There we
Okay.
go.
And I believe it is the 7 p.m. slot.
Block? Yeah.
There we go.
Block. Yeah. If you want to come down and have 13 minutes to spare,
Perfect.
we'd love for you to check out our
We'll
movie.
be there.
For sure.
Yeah, you guys should definitely come.
Yeah.
And then there's a Q&A afterwards if you haven't heard me talking enough.
Hell yeah.
um,
Cool. You
I-
could talk to Jason yourselves. Dude.
Yeah,
There
you
we
could ask me.
go.
But yeah, it's a cool movie. We didn't really get to talk about it, but it's about a priest and a nun that run away together.
I was on set.
Yeah,
It was really cool.
Dave was-
It
Dave
was really
my
cool.
on-set
I got
maestro.
to just hang with Jason and talk to him about what he's
he was
about to do.
my
Hell yeah.
on-set acting coach.
That was the coolest shit
Wow.
ever.
He was my.
I didn't have to do
directing too.
I didn't have to do shit, but it was really cool.
No, but I mean, you made
Hell
you
yeah.
made 100% of the difference.
Well, thank you. I think you're just being very kind.
No, I'm
I
not.
really
There's a
got-
reason that day one footage is really good, and then you weren't there day two, and it's not so good. Like, it's a very clear thing. I mean,
But it
there's
was cool.
all the factors are the same, and you removed one, and you have a different result. I'm not a scientist, but I can tell you.
It's a fucking good film.
Yeah,
And,
but anyway, so yeah, come June 6th.
June 6th.
Check
June
that out.
6th,
7 o'clock.
Mark it down.
It is the D-Day anniversary for those of us who are history buffs.
Oh.
June 6th, 1944. is
Respect.
D-Day.
Oh, is
Yes,
it?
yes,
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
yes. So I don't know why I know that, but it is. And then yeah, you can find me on Instagram
Yeah.
at
Plug it,
Jason
dude.
A. Millner with 2 L's.
2
There
L's.
we go.
Millner.
Yes.
You can
Hell
be
yeah.
like my 609th follower. Or
Hey.
something
There we
like
go.
that.
You better be that 609.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really it, man. I mean, you can email me, but I'm not gonna give out my email.
Well, thanks, dude.
You
Thank
might
you
be
for
able to
coming,
find it
bro.
online if you really search.
I bet you could.
But
you, dude.
guys,
Thanks.
thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Guys,
It's been a
You Are Here
pleasure.
podcast, episode 15.
Episode
Find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube with the video, Podbean, Castbox, pretty much everywhere. Guys, www.youareherepodcast.co. We could not afford
The
M.
M.
Also, subscribe, follow to the podcast on whatever you're listening
If you
on
can.
YouTube. Hell yeah, just click a button. That's it. We got the Instagram, You're Here podcast. Guys, thank you so much, Jason. My name's Mike. I'm signing out.
Hey, my name's Dave, and I love y'all.
Thanks so much, guys. Later.
Hey.
Signing out. There we go.
How you feel, baby? Episode 15.
In the books. I hope I